Full disclosure. The pot of gold for the defence lawyer. It's what we're all looking for. Never get it. Not full disclosure. Come on. Who gives anyone full disclosure about anything? I know I don't. The police certainly don't. Neither do our clients. My name is Frank Twist, and if you ever have the misfortune to be arrested in England's sunny northwest, there's a fair chance that either me, Miss Sarah Gold, or another of my team of legal advisors will be looking after your interests. And don't worry, I wouldn't really expect full disclosure from you. In fact, sometimes it's best to only tell me what I need to know. But, and I'll let you into a little secret, that bit you tried to hold back from me, that's the bit that explains why you banged up in a police cell in the first place.
Brief Lives by Tom Fry and Sharon Kelly.
Have you got a legal aid form?
Yes.
Good.
So, mine is called Lucy Hayes.
Can I have one?
Section 3 of the Public Order Act.
Can I have one?
What?
Legal aid form.
First, you don't have change for the parking
And
meter.
a spare notebook.
Anything else you've forgotten?
Secondary pen in case of failure. You rushed us out. I couldn't even scrape my eggshell clean.
Police said it was urgent.
But I have a clear procedure on leaving for the police station. I was not able to observe it.
There's a pen and a notebook. How long have you been doing this job?
Many
Miss Gold.
years.
Mr. Twist.
Mine's called Miss Fordham.
One of our banshees.
Always been a bus coxman myself.
Wish you well with the lovely Isabel.
Got an easy charm about her, has she?
She's in for common assault and affray.
And Miss Hayes?
Same. Got a call from the hotel.
Hotel?
They were enjoying morning coffee there, started arguing, fighting, spilled out onto the street. Management were not happy.
4-star gaff, was it?
5.
Got any background?
Not much. They both got mouths on them. Arresting officer's family history was discussed by your clients along with your Miss Fordham's views on how his mother may have earned a living. Language was robust.
Oh, dear.
Well, if it was me, I'd have sorted it out on the street, but now we're all here.
Seems a shame not to have a party.
This is all a terrible misunderstanding.
Good. Now, you've given your address as the Hilton.
Not the hotel. There are flats on the floors above it. That's where I live.
Oh, along with the great and the good. Half the City First team have got a place in the sky up there.
Never see them. Wouldn't know them, to be honest. Place isn't exactly neighbourly.
No running into each other's houses for cups of sugar, then?
Not really.
You seem very calm, Isabel.
Do I?
Well, I was told things were rather heated earlier.
Tempers were a little frayed.
Okay.
They've taken my photo and fingerprints. Stuck a swab in my mouth.
DNA.
Not nice. And then a very burly policewoman set about searching me.
Why?
Procedure, she said. Got very close and personal. I told her I was a married woman. Didn't stop her.
You're much more laid back than I expected.
Well, I've seen you now. You look like you know what you're doing.
Maybe.
Definitely.
I'll do my best. Do you know the other woman they've arrested?
Lucy Hayes.
And what's your connection to her?
She's an old friend.
So, Isabel hit you first.
She shoved me.
That's a common assault. Why did she do that?
She's always been temperamental.
So what did you do after she shoved you?
Probably shoved her back.
Probably.
I pushed her.
Right. Is this 6 of 1, really?
Sort of. She can be a very difficult girl.
How long have you known her?
Oh, long time.
Old friends?
I mean, when I say friends, we go back.
Fancy telling me what it was all about?
Not really. It was nothing. Just silliness.
Were you hurt?
No, but she tore this.
Oh, shame. It's a nice frock.
It was.
So, basically, you want out.
That's it. End of.
And Lucy?
She'll probably want the same.
If the police interview me, do I have to answer questions?
No. Right of silence.
But?
But nothing.
Oh, there's always a but.
But where a client has an innocent account, it can be a good idea to put it forward. Do you want to give me an innocent account of what happened today?
It's difficult.
If you don't give me instructions, Lucy...
Look, I don't want to talk about Isabel and me in front of a bunch of strangers.
Any reason?
Just don't want to.
Right.
She's the sort of girl who would say anything to get herself out of a situation, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Can you just get me out of here?
Probably. So, do you want to substantiate an allegation of assault against Miss Isabel Fordham?
No.
Fine. Trouble is they can still deal with you under the POA.
POA?
Public Order Act.
So?
I'll have a word with my colleague. See what we can do.
Thanks, Sarah.
I have one question for you.
Where's the public interest?
You got it. Why prosecute these two?
Some people taking coffee at the Hilton were mildly disturbed.
Very good for them.
And it gave them something to talk about other than property prices.
Exactly. Our girls performed a public service.
Would you take a caution?
No, I want to walk out my client without the proverbial stain.
Me too.
Rubbish fight, wasn't it?
Seemed better in a playground.
So, we'll get the officer.
Yeah.
You look bothered.
No.
Slightly troubled.
Mine's hiding something.
Well, of course she is. So's mine.
What is it?
Let me have a think.
Right.
I've had a think. I don't care.
Why not?
Not my job. If you want to play Miss Marple...
Miss Marple? Is your default female detective Miss Marple?
Yeah.
I want to be that blonde Danish one with a busy sex life.
All right. If you want to play the blonde Danish one with the busy sex life, that's fine. But I want to go.
Don't you have one iota of basic human curiosity?
Nope. This job killed it.
Do you want to go and talk to the officer then?
You do it.
Why me?
Well, you do a better job than me. Give him the glad eye. Tell him we're all in it together.
Is that your favourite technique?
I've known it to work on you. Once upon a time. And that's the parking meter. Needs feeding.
All right. I'll go and find DC Morgan.
Got a light, mate?
Yeah, usually do. Somewhere in the kit.
You want one?
No, cheers. I've given up on them myself. Waistline to prove it. I carry a lighter for professional purposes. There you go.
Ah. Thanks.
Can I have it back?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
We know each other.
I've made a lot of people, pal.
Me too. Good memory for old faces.
Typical copper.
Ricky Coombs.
Richmond Coombs these days.
Touch of rebranding, is it? You're still in the business.
What business would that be?
Entertainment, Richmond.
You want your name on the list On the Rocks?
Not really.
Because you can forget it. Every punter pays nowadays, even the police.
The trouble is, you owe me money.
Oh, mate, that's old school. Days of bent coppers on the nightclub payroll is history.
Do I look like a copper?
None of them do anymore.
I'm a legal advisor.
Well, I don't owe you money. I've got my own legal people.
We're going back many years when you were Ricky and I was a shipbuilder.
What you on about, mate?
Frank Twist.
I've drawn a blank on that, pal.
Dim and distant, Richmond. You had a little place called the Sweatshop.
That's right. Bit of disco, bit of the old punk rock.
Yeah, he told us you booked the Buzzcocks and you wanted us to support.
What were you called again?
Shipbuilders, and it turned out you'd never booked the Buzzcocks.
I remember you.
Good, because we were never paid.
Damn right you weren't. Punters came along expecting a bit of ramalama. You played a whole lot of wibbly-wobbly bleepy stuff.
Keyboard player was keen for us to take a new direction.
Should have directed him straight out the back door.
We were bottled off before we had a chance to develop it.
Quite rightly. I chucked the first one as it goes.
Got back to the dressing room and our wallets had gone.
Did you make a formal
To
complaint?
top it all, you didn't pay us.
Of course not. You were in breach of contract. Are you going to come after me for your fee?
No. Statute of limitations. So what are you doing here, Ricky, eh? Trouble at one of your clubs?
Got home. Doorman in the block tells me the missus has been nicked.
What for?
Bit of street fighting.
What's her name?
Isabel.
I'm looking after her.
Well, I hope you're a better lawyer than you were a singer.
I'll let that go.
Tell you what. I'm too old for this sort of bird. Too much energy, Frank. When Tootsie flies into one, there's no holding her.
Tootsie?
She likes me to call her that. I don't know why. Was she drunk?
Nah, she's just got in a ruck with a girl called...
Lucy Hayes?
Yeah.
Knew it. Never liked her. I always thought she was up to something.
She's not going anywhere.
Could do without this today.
Why's that?
I've got my own little legal thing going on down the road.
Oh, yeah?
It's nothing criminal, just licensing law tribunal. They put you through the mill these days. All we're doing is trying to bring a little colour into people's lives.
No, I agree. It's just a vocation, really, isn't it, nightclub owner?
It is, and they treat us like the lowest of the low.
That's a shame. Hey, you can't change this note, can you, for the parking meter?
There's £3 for your meter.
Thank you.
It's probably what your fee was back in the day. Give us another light.
So you just put your mark there if you're happy you've got everything, Miss Hayes.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, nearly missed this.
Pretty bracelet.
Antique. It was my grand's.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, those real rubies.
I think so.
So that's it. You know the way out, Miss Gold.
Yeah. Thanks, Sergeant.
What a waste of everyone's time.
You need to keep away from Isabel.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
Good. What's funny?
Isabel. She was always called Bella. Suddenly decided to call herself Isabel.
Why?
Oh, she thinks it's classier.
If class is so important to her.
Oh, what's she doing, having a cat fight in public?
Well, it was the Hilton, I suppose. So, head straight home before they let out Isabel.
Look what the cat dragged out.
Oh, Richmond, I don't want to talk to you.
Bet you don't. Where's my missus?
Who are you exactly?
Let you out and kept her in.
Richmond is Isabel's other half.
You keep away from her, all right?
Could you step away from my client, please?
Public place. I'll go where I want.
Push off, Richmond.
Hold on. What you got there?
Let go of me!
Stop it!
That's Isabel's, that is.
I said let go of her.
You're hurting me.
I'll let go when she gives me back that. That's stolen property!
Hey, what's going on here?
Frank,
Give me that bracelet!
Let go!
Back off, will ya? Lord, get outside the net.
Well, get a copper! This woman's a thief!
Thank you.
This little thief is wearing my wife's bracelet.
It isn't Isabel's.
Oh, I suppose that's why it's got her name on it.
You are?
Have a look if you don't believe me. In rubies. Tootsie.
Let go!
I'm going to call an officer.
Well, go on then. I want to report a theft. Look at the bracelet.
He does call her Tootsie.
I don't believe it.
Listen, Ricky,
Tell you what. Fetch an officer. I want her arrested.
What kept you, Frank?
Your fella.
Richmond's here.
Oh, we knew him as Ricky back in the day.
You know him?
Sort of.
How?
Played one of his clubs in another life.
I knew you weren't just a legal guy. You're a musician.
No, I've been accused of many things.
Were you in a band?
Yeah, listen, Isabel.
Called?
You're not going to have heard of us.
Bet I will.
Your mother was a baby when we were playing.
My mother was never a baby. What were you called?
Shipbuilders.
Yes! Heard of you.
Not a chance, Isabel. Now, look, your fella's been causing some ructions upstairs.
I am getting out.
Right now, but he's reporting Lucy for a theft.
I don't understand.
Well, Lucy arrived at the police station wearing a bracelet, which Richmond has identified as yours.
What exactly did he say?
Well, he told the police.
He spoke to the police.
Accused Lucy of stealing it.
He told them that?
Yeah.
But you spoke to him. Why didn't you stop him?
No stopping him. Well, what's the problem?
Why did he do that?
Because it's yours, I suppose. Got your name on it.
What?
Tootsie said that's what he calls you. Is this what the fight was about?
Coming here for nothing, and now I'm arrested for theft. Well, what's Isabel saying?
I've no idea. Officer's meant to be coming down to give me some disclosure.
When?
When he's finished taking a statement from Isabel's husband.
Idiot.
What's the argument at the hotel about the bracelet?
But, kind of.
The husband's saying it's Isabel's and you stole it.
I took it off her.
Today?
Yes.
But I thought you said it belonged to your grandmother.
Well, it did.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Me and Isabel lived together for a while.
Flatmates?
Sisters.
Isabel's your sister?
Sort of. My parents fostered her.
When?
She was 12, I was 13.
And was that good?
It was. For a bit. We lived together 3 years.
And then?
And then we didn't.
Why didn't you tell me this from the get-go?
It didn't seem relevant.
Seriously?
We have an agreement. We don't talk about our connection.
Why not?
You'd have to ask Isabel that.
She's not my client.
I know, but...
It's her husband accusing you of theft.
He's why we never mention it. He's got his sexy young wife, she's all dressed up, he's put her on a pedestal, she doesn't want him to know she spent time in the care system, doesn't fit the image.
So, he doesn't know you grew up together?
No. As far as he's concerned, she has no family. I wasn't even invited to the wedding.
Right. Doesn't he ask about her family?
She brushes it off. Tells him they're all dead.
And he accepts that?
Oh, he's fine with it. Thinks he's got everyone where he wants them.
So why would Richmond accuse you of stealing?
Because Isabel has lied to him.
You took it off her today?
Yes.
So she has had it in her possession?
Yes.
Did you lend it to her?
No.
Are you going to tell me what's going on, Lucy?
That bracelet belongs to me.
So why does it have Isabel's nickname on it?
Tootsie. She'll take anything, that girl. If I had a gold tooth...
What is really going on here, Lucy?
Listen, am I free to go?
Straight through that door and out.
Thanks, Frank. And this?
The witness statement?
Am I meant to sign it?
If it's a fair reflection of the facts.
Well, she did grab the bracelet off me.
And it's your bracelet?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine then.
Richmond will want me to sign it.
I've no idea.
He likes me to do as I'm told.
Listen, if you don't want to sign the statement...
I usually do as I'm told.
It's a legal document. Have you read the declaration?
Yeah. Does it make any difference if I sign it?
I'm walking you out of here, sign it or not. It's up to you.
See, if I don't, he'll kick off.
They've got a statement from your husband. It identifies the bracelet as yours. This corroborates his version of events.
I'll sign it, Frank.
Fine. What made her take it?
She's always been jealous of me. She does things like this.
We can go out front. I'll tell the officer to come down. He'll need to witness your signature.
I suppose he's out front.
Ricky? Oh, sorry. Richmond.
No, you're all right. Keep calling him Ricky. It makes me laugh.
Everything okay between you and him, is it?
As long as it's all sweet and nice. And I know how to be sweet.
Do you?
Keep moving forward, Frank. That's the answer. Don't look back.
Oh, I've tried that, but I've always had a thing for the rear-view mirror.
Mistake. You might see something you don't like.
I do sometimes.
When she first got back in touch with me, I said to myself, leave it. Don't go there. I just knew.
Let's go up.
Just when you think you've got free of something.
Are you an only child?
I don't usually answer personal questions at work.
Sorry.
I've got a sister.
Nice. You get on?
We need to talk about you.
See, I always wanted a sister. Only child, I was lonely. I said to my parents, let's foster a kid. I knew Dad'd say yes.
Why?
That was my father. If someone had a problem, he'd want to sort it out. He just liked helping people, not just at work.
What did he do for a living?
He was a housing advisor. Sorted out people's troubles with their landlords, helped them find places to live.
Tough job.
He was good at it.
And along came Isabel.
I wanted someone my own age to hang out with. I saw a poster on a bus stop about fostering. Talked to Dad about it. It was the summer holidays. We'd spent a week getting the place ready for her. Nice little attic room. Dad was repairing floorboards. I was painting the walls, oyster white. Looked really smart. Better than my room.
How old were you?
Nearly 14 by then. She was a week off 13. But we were the same size. I'd picked out a whole load of my clothes for her, hung them in her wardrobe.
That was nice.
Whole thing was my idea, wasn't it? I wanted my new sister to be happy and comfortable.
Was she?
Said she really liked the room. She was all nervous and frightened. Woke up in the middle of the night, came to my room. She got in with me. Chatted all night. Instant best friends.
Right.
Before Christmas, she said she wanted her room repainted. Didn't like white. Dad said yes. Down came the posters I put up. Up went her stuff.
She wanted to be herself, choose her own things.
I suppose.
Normal teenage stuff.
She'd worked out Dad. He was a soft touch. Whatever she wanted, she got. New clothes, new mobile, even bought her a new bike. Mine was a dodgy second-hand one from the charity shop.
How did you feel about that?
I don't know. Dad said she'd had a tough time. Needed some treats. Thing with Dad was, he was too nice. She saw that.
Took advantage?
She didn't see kindness. She saw weakness. She took and took and took.
And the bracelet?
Every time my gran came to visit, Isabel talked to her about the bracelet. Oh, isn't it pretty? Can I try it on? That sort of thing. And when Gran died, he said Isabel really liked it. Said Isabel liked her bling. He gave it to Isabel.
What did you think about that?
I don't know. I felt like I had to say it was okay.
Isabel shouldn't have accepted
Oh,
it.
forget that. She was always going to take it.
But the nickname on it, Tootsie.
She took that too. Tootsie was my Gran's nickname.
I think we're done here.
I warned you about her. Ever since she turned up, you've been acting weird.
I was trying to help an old friend.
You know what I'd say, a friend in need.
He's a right nuisance, I know that. I just feel sorry for her, that's all.
You're a soft touch, Tootsie. I bet she stole everything else, too. Courts will deal with her now.
I suppose.
Right. I've got the accountant, then the solicitor, then I'm off to the licensing court. And that's down to you, too.
How am I meant to get back to the flat?
Should have thought about that before you got nicked.
I've got no money on me.
Not my problem.
But Richmond, baby...
Sort yourself out for once, girl. I've got work to do.
Nice to see he's never lost the boy's charm.
Always like this, was he?
Oh, yeah. What did he mean about Lucy stealing everything else?
He just talks rubbish.
That hasn't changed either.
I'm not a bad person, you know.
All right. I tell you what. Look, I'll run you home.
You see, you, Frank, are a gentleman.
Not really.
You are. And actually, there is something I've got for you.
But how'd I prove the bracelet's mine?
Should be easy enough.
How?
Well, your parents can make a statement.
Me and my mother were not in touch.
And your father?
He died.
I'm sorry, when?
Almost a year now.
You've had a difficult time.
Yeah? When you're an only child, you have to sort everything out.
Are you through it?
There are a few surprises.
Usually are.
He kept everything, every bill, every bank statement, going back years and years.
Mine too. He'd made a will?
Yeah. His will was fine. It was my Gran's, though. I found that in a drawer. Dad was her executor. I knew about the bracelet.
Right.
And she'd left me some money, £10,000.
Good.
But I only saw half of it. Turns out he gave the other half to Isabel.
$5 grand?
Yeah. Never even asked me. Just made it over to her.
Why?
It's the sort of thing he did. If he could help someone less fortunate than us...
But that was your money.
I know.
He didn't even ask you.
I wasn't on his list of the needy. Isabel was.
He should have asked. So should she.
So, I've been out of work, short on rent money. That's when I went to find Isabel.
You wanted the money back?
Why not? She was doing well. I needed some help.
What did she say?
Said she was short of cash herself, but she could offer me some work. That's when I started doing this and that for her.
What sort of thing?
Light household duties, she called it.
What did you call it?
Skivvy.
Can't stay very long.
You sit down, make yourself comfortable.
Listen, Isabella, I really can't stop very long.
Won't be a second.
It's quite a view you've got here.
On a clear day, you can see Blackpool Tower.
So that's once a year.
You got it.
Ricky must be doing something right.
More likely to be doing something wrong, knowing Ricky.
Yeah.
Ha! Thought so. There you go.
Where did you get that?
Been hanging on the bathroom wall.
The Sweatbox, in association with Bound and Gagged Presents.
What was bound and gagged?
Oh, it's what Ricky called his pug night. He never did do subtle.
And there you are. Shipbuilders. Is that you with the guitar?
No comment. And the Buzzcock's top of the bill.
Told you I'd heard of you. I've been looking at your picture every day when I'm lying in the bath.
Oh, there's nothing I can do about that. Wow. I lost most of my memorabilia years ago, but I'm not sure I ever had one of these.
Well, you've got one now.
Oh, no, I can't take it.
You must.
You know, he never even booked the Buzzcocks. He was always a chancer.
I've been working that out for myself for the past couple of years. How'd you take your coffee?
Listen, love, I really should be moving off now.
Me too. I'm going to make us a coffee and then I'm packing my bags.
Really?
Yep. It's time I looked after myself. I don't want to depend on anyone else anymore. My mother, foster parents, men like Richmond.
You're leaving?
Yeah. I'm fed up of being what other people want me to be. Richmond knows nothing about me.
But you never told him anything about yourself.
He never asked.
But you could still have told him.
I reckon you're white with one sugar.
There you go. Very predictable, that's me.
I don't think you are in the least bit predictable, Mr. Twist.
She's brilliant at getting what she wants. Always knows the right buttons to push.
Can't have been easy working for her.
At first it was fine, all friendly. We were mates again, almost like sisters. Said she was sorry for acting like such a cow when she was living with us. Sorry for taking advantage of me. Sorry for taking advantage of Dad.
She's one of life's survivors.
Oh, I get all that, Sarah. And I thought we could really get on. Put all that rubbish behind us.
And did you?
Go out for drinks together, posh places, she'd pay. She said she wanted me to help her with little businesses she was trying to get off the ground.
What sort of businesses?
Oh, it was all fantasy, really. She was going to launch a perfume. She wants to try setting up T-shirt businesses. None of it was real. She's on her husband's payroll, and I'm on hers. That's the truth.
Does she actually do work for him?
She holds a clipboard at the front of On the Rocks a couple of times a week. She's door candy.
What exactly happened in the hotel cafe today?
I've been doing a lot of hours for her the last couple of weeks, and she's been paying me nothing. She owed me for my time. So I said I didn't want to do any more for her, and she was all, please, let's talk about it, and asked me to meet up at the cafe at the hotel.
You thought she was going to pay you?
I thought she was going to give me something.
But she didn't.
She was saying how she was broke, how Richmond wasn't giving her any money, how she was sorry, but she had nothing. I'm backed up on rent. I said I needed something, and she said she couldn't. I said, well, why are we having coffee here? Costs a bomb.
Nothing wrong with a greasy spoon.
Oh, there is for her. And then I saw the bracelet, and it upset me. Said she should give it me back. She was all like, oh, it was a present from my dad. I was all, he had no right to give it to her. And she was getting mad, and I grabbed the bracelet.
And it all kicked off.
I know, stupid. But that's the real Isabel, screaming and shouting in the street like that.
The police shouldn't be involved with this. It's a civil matter. They should give you back the bracelet, and Isabel can take you to court if she really wants it.
She might do that.
Oh, she won't. It's too much trouble.
You don't know her. This is the girl who told her husband Tootsie was her nickname.
That's weird.
She even got Richmond to engrave it.
Did she?
I was looking at it. There's an engraving on the inside of the setting. Initials R, heart, I, forever.
I for Isabel.
R for Richmond.
At least she's romantic. Come in.
Miss Gold?
Good. Officer, I think we need a word about this case.
We do. I've got some additional disclosure.
Frank, this isn't going to take long. I just need a few clothes.
Where are you going to stay?
I've got a mate with a little flat off Oldham Road. She'll put me up.
Aren't you going to leave a note for Ricky?
I'll text him when we're on our way.
Wait.
Well, you said you'd drop me off there.
Did I?
Listen, if you can't, it's all right. I'll get a
No,
cab.
no, it's not a problem. I just need to get moving soon.
Nearly done.
Isabel?
Oh, no.
Where are you? I want to word with you.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he was meant to be at the club.
What are you doing in here?
Hello, Ricky. I was just helping Isabel to do...
What's going on?
Frank's helping me move out.
Since when?
I said I'd just give it a lift.
Is that what you call it?
What?
Walk in and find you in our bedroom?
Oh, come on, and you don't...
I mean, if it was some young fella, but Frank Twist. He's even older than me.
Don't be silly, Richmond. Think about it, as if.
Yeah, that's right. As if.
Isabel reported a burglary 3 months ago. This is the list of property taken. Gold ring, value £600. Silver necklace with diamonds set in pendant, value £2,500. Gold anklet with rubies, value...
What, and they're saying I stole these too?
The burglary is unsolved. There was no evidence of a break-in. You have a piece of jewellery which Isabel says was stolen a few months ago. There are 11 items on this list, total value over £16,000.
What?
There's no real evidence you stole these, Lucy. Police are probably just interested in a clear-up here.
I didn't take them.
Fine.
Why is she doing this?
Well, if valuable jewellery goes missing, the insurance company will always insist you report the matter to the police. Normal procedure.
Well, she never told me she'd been burgled.
Look, I think the police are trying it on here.
Can I see the list?
Sure.
None of this stuff has anything to do with me.
Of course it doesn't.
Wait a minute. Antique gold bracelet with lettering in rubies. That's my grand's bracelet.
But the thing is, she reported these stolen a while back.
Hang on. Stud earrings in shape of aeroplane with emeralds at the centre. She was wearing them today.
She can't have been.
She was. I always notice them.
Wearing them when she was arrested?
Yeah, definitely.
Sit tight. I need to speak to the officer again.
That's the front sheet, the log. Here we go. Isabel Fordham property sheet.
Oh, great.
Usual stuff found on any suspect. 1 packet of cigarettes, 1 lighter, 1 watch, 2 golden rings, 2 silver-coloured earrings left with arrested party.
What's that mean?
Probably couldn't get them off, so we didn't bag them up.
Right. Pretty non-specific description.
Sadly, our custody officer doesn't have much of an eye for jewellery.
Seems not. The photograph when she came in.
What about it?
She'd be wearing the earrings.
Oh, Miss Gold, you are making a schoolgirl error.
What's that?
You believe in your client.
Indulge me.
This should be it. And there she is.
What do you know?
Earrings in
In
place.
the shape of a plane. And those emeralds are something.
I knew we should never have brought this into the police station. What do you want us to do?
Release my client. Civil matter all the way.
I'm thinking about Isabel Fordham.
I'm not looking after her.
Suppose we're going to have to nick her again. I hate insurance frauds. Always give grief.
I'll call my colleague.
Had the feeling Mr. Twist was happy to see the back of this one.
I want you both out of here now.
Richmond, this has nothing to do with Frank.
Couldn't care less. Out.
I'll carry your bag.
Thanks, Frank.
Isabel Fordham.
What's this, the afternoon shift?
Police, open up, please.
Not again.
What's going on, Frank?
How can I help, officer?
We're looking for Isabel Fordham.
That's me.
We need to arrest you, miss.
What for?
Section 2 of the Fraud Act, 2006.
What?
False representation is an insurance matter.
What have you been up to?
Nothing at all.
Quiet now,
You do
Isabel.
not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not...
And this time I'm definitely out.
Promise. No further action.
And my grand's bracelet?
We'll make an application to the police. Try and get it returned to you. You may have to wait a bit.
Right.
Oh, come on. I could use a coffee. I can talk you through the process.
Okay.
You'll be looking after Isabel at the station, Mr. Twist.
Yeah.
Frank, I didn't mean
Say
to...
nothing until we've spoken.
Definitely. I trust you, Frank.
Come on, hon. We're on our way.
I trust you, Frank. Sweet.
She's a child, Ricky.
She's a responsible young woman with her head screwed on tight who's been taking me for a ride.
You ever thought of going out with women your own age?
Why would I want to do that?
You never know. You might have something in common with them.
You're offering relationship advice now as well as the legal stuff.
Comes with the territory these days, mate.
You can take her suitcase with you. She ain't coming back here.
Look at the state of me. Have you got another tissue?
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks. I must look terrible.
You look fine.
No, I don't. I'm a proper state.
Doesn't matter.
It does. You've got to look the part. Give them what they want, you get what you want. That's what my mum used to say.
What are you talking about?
Men. Mum told me that when I was 10.
Not good.
True, though. I soon worked it all out.
Focus on the case, Isabel.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right, I've got your background statements from earlier.
Right?
No previous arrests or convictions.
None at all.
Anything to add?
Not really. Where's the bracelet?
Police have got it. Evidence.
Will they give it back to Lucy?
I don't know. Insurance company might get it.
She was a nice lady, Lucy's gran. Always laughing. When she used to come to the house, she was really kind to me. She didn't want anything, she was just nice. She used to sing me this song.
What song?
Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh, right.
I think she thought I was a bit like her when she was a girl. Her husband called her Tootsie.
And do you think you're a bit like her?
I wish. Lucy's dad did offer me the bracelet when she died. I didn't ask for it. He knew I liked her. I should have said no, but, you know, that's not me.
If it was a gift, then you didn't steal it.
It don't matter, though, does it? Insurance fraud now.
If you haven't got a defence, we can go no comment. You don't have to give me instructions now if you don't want to.
Don't expect you to believe this. But I was trying to do the right thing. Hadn't seen Lucy for years. When she turned up, I thought she'd just come to tell me that her dad had died. Because she knew I was fond of him.
Well, the family had taken you in.
Yeah. And I really did want to give her the money back.
What money?
The money her dad had given me from her grand's will.
And why did he do that?
He was trying to help. I had nothing. I couldn't give it back. It had all gone, and Richmond just gives me some pocket money, really. So I told the insurance company some jewellery had gone missing.
OK.
I didn't know I'd need to report it to the police.
You usually have to.
I thought it was a formality. Police didn't seem interested. Gave me a crime number, that was it.
Have the insurance company paid out to you?
No. They've been dragging their feet.
Right.
I know you think I'm dishonest. I used to take all I could get. That was me when I was living with Lucy. She knows the old me.
And Ricky doesn't know anything about you, does he?
Nothing. He likes me just as I am. No history. He calls me a member of the blank generation. I don't really know what that means.
I do.
Tell me.
You can paint what you like on a blank canvas.
Oh. Right.
And what were you getting out of it?
A home. Someone to take care of me. Sort of. I was frightened. Lucy could spoil all that. She wanted her money back.
And if she didn't get it?
She'd have told Ricky about my past.
About you being fostered?
I'd told her everything about my life before we met. She threatened to tell him everything.
Blackmailed you?
In a way.
That's a crime.
Listen, I don't want Ricky to know any of it.
Right.
Because once you tell someone that you've been in care, the next question is, why?
I suppose it is. Why?
There you go.
I'm sorry.
It's all private, this, isn't it?
Totally confidential.
Right. Jean Barton. Mean anything to you?
Oh.
See.
I represented her once.
That was odds on. She was nicked often enough.
She's still inside?
She never was an ideal mum.
What did she get in the end?
14.
14 years? 14 for controlling prostitutes, maximum 7.
Not when they're children, Frank.
I'm sorry, Isabel. I had no idea.
Of course you didn't. Why would you?
Broke up the family taking her in.
What happened to your mother?
Got too much for her in the end. And walked.
And left you?
I didn't want to go with her. My dad was a decent man. Always trying to help people in need.
And his family?
He never thought of us as being in need. One year, he brought a homeless man home at Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Proper old school tramp. Spent Christmas Day with us. Mum wasn't impressed.
I'm not surprised.
Isabel was the last straw. It's my fault too.
Hardly.
I suggested it. She caused so much trouble. She argued with everyone. Dad always took her side.
Why?
She was the charity case. She was the one who'd suffered all her life. We had to understand. That's what he said. And I get that. He was a good man. She took advantage of that.
Right.
She's the kind of girl who always takes advantage.
He was always walking into my room. Never knocked. Copped a look, made some funny remark. I'd laugh. Cover myself up, but not too quick.
Wait up. He was your foster parent?
Yeah, he was.
How old were you?
It don't matter.
It matters.
I was 13 when it started.
You were 13?
I thought I was mature. He wrote me letters. Proper love letters. Real romantic. They were really sweet.
Did you tell people?
He was buying me presents. My mum was right. give them what they want.
It's abuse, Isabel.
What do you want to do about it? I don't blame Lucy. I was already trash when I turned up there and mucked up her family.
Her father did that, not you. None of this is your fault.
If you say so.
That man was abusing you. What about Lucy's mother?
She didn't want to know. Closed her eyes to it and got out.
Leaving you two girls behind?
She wanted away. She just went.
And Lucy?
She was jealous of me. I was getting all the attention. She'd wanted a sister. She hadn't bargained for what she got.
Did she know what was going on?
Not a clue.
Nobody tried to help you get away?
I didn't want help, Frank. In my mind, I was running the show. Her dad giving me everything I wanted. I just had to snap my fingers. My mother was right.
So, how did you get out?
What do you do when a game comes to an end?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When a game comes to an end, you press restart. And that's what I did. At 17, I pressed restart.
Easy as that?
I knew how it all worked, and I worked it. And one day, Ricky came along, and I told him I was just what he needed, and I was. And then Lucy arrived back in my life.
Isabel, you do realise that Robert was...
No man had ever been kind to me. Robert was kind to me. He used to call me Tootsie.
Isabel, have you never spoken to anybody about this?
Have you had a good look at the bracelet, Frank?
Officer showed it me in an evidence bag.
He even had it engraved for me. R, heart I, forever. Robert loves Isabel forever.
He was committing a serious criminal offence. He was exploiting you.
History, Frank. He's dead.
You need to talk to somebody.
Can you get me out of here? I want out.
Did you get a result?
No, DC Morgan didn't fancy it. The insurance company will have to fight it out with her.
Oh, she was a piece of work, wasn't she?
Who?
Isabel Fordham.
Not really.
She tore apart that family. She's an absolute user, Frank.
She isn't, actually.
Oh, you're still a sucker for a pretty face.
No, I'm not.
Hey, you must be hungry.
I'm sorry.
You should hear what Lucy has to say about her.
I don't want to.
What is she saying?
Come on, Sarah. Confidence of the consultation room. I don't have to tell you about that.
Lucy's father was a decent man. Isabel took advantage.
I tell you what, I could use a drink.
What's wrong?
Nothing, I just fancy a drink, that's all. We always get fragments as legal advisors. Parts of the picture. Sarah got her part and I got mine. And however much I'd like to, I can't let her know about the dark scribblings on my client's piece of the canvas. I think I got full disclosure from her, though. People do tell you stuff when they know you'll keep your mouth shut. I'm the lucky one. I can hang up evidence of my past on a poster in the loo. It'll give a visiting friend of our daughter's a laugh. And then someone else's past means she finds herself in a prison cell through no real fault of her own. And I can't tell anyone about that. Not even Miss Sarah Gold.
In Brief Lives, Frank was played by David Schofield, Sarah by Sally Dexter, and Isabel by Jenny Platt. Lucy was played by Rosina Carbone, Ricky by Jonathan Tafler, and DC Morgan by David Corden. Brief Lives was written by Tom Fry and Sharon Kelly, and was produced in Salford by Gary Brown.
When, as a young man, my comrades and I were choosing a name for the popular beat group I was fronting, we ended up settling upon the Shipbuilders. But we did flirt briefly with calling ourselves the Lumpen Proletariat. It was 1978 and we needed to identify. And after all, I was a paid-up member of the proletariat and our basis was a proper lump. Back then, trumpeting of your identity was largely the prerogative of the young, snotty and spiky-haired. Nowadays, Everybody's at it. My name is Frank Twist, and if you ever have the misfortune to be arrested in England's sunny northwest, there's a fair chance that either me, Miss Sarah Gold, or another of my team of legal advisors will be looking after your interests. And identity may well be at the heart of any consultation we have together. Who exactly are you? And did you really do that?
Brief Lives by Tom Fry and Sharon Kelly.
Flat white.
You actually asked for a flat white?
No, that's my mood. Very flat, very white.
Oh, shame. Any reason?
I've just seen our figures from last month.
Crime is falling.
I know, it's terrible.
But has not been eradicated. We have work. 2 clients.
Good.
In a way.
Which is mine?
There's a choice.
Between?
Let's play.
What?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, Frank, we have to. 1, 2, 3.
Paper.
Again. 1, 2, 3. Paper. Again. 1, 2, 3.
Paper.
You can't keep doing
Why
paper.
not, you are?
Spoils it.
Okay, all right. I won't do paper this time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Paper.
Frank.
Tell me about the clients, eh? I might be able to choose.
Option 1 is a threatening behaviour.
Okay, fine.
With added religious fanaticism.
Oh, right.
And the offence took place at a primary school.
Got you. Option 2?
An arson.
Right. Oh, right. Where?
At the same primary school.
Really?
With intent to endanger human life.
Oh.
And it's racially aggravated.
1, 2, 3. Paper.
Scissors. I'll take the threatening behaviour.
Cheat.
Not at all.
You waited for me to commit.
Stopped waiting for that a long time ago. Yours is called, Ian Donahue.
You cheated, and no one likes a cheat.
All come to that, a racist fire starter. Let's go.
You were fractionally behind me. You know you were.
Oh, stop going on about it. You lost.
It's so important to you, isn't it?
What is?
Winning.
Yes, it is. And I don't like representing racists.
Picky. Somebody's got to.
I know. Not me, though, huh?
Nightmares here. Water's off. Computer's down. Understaffed. I'm dealing with Donahue and Aziz. Which one of you's for Donahue?
Him?
Mr. Twist. So you're for Aziz, Miss Gold.
I am.
I think we've all got a long day ahead of us.
One of joy and laughter.
I'm going to say not. If you'd like to follow me. I'm looking for my friend. He's been arrested. Take a seat, love. Well,
They said he was brought here. His name's Hassan Aziz.
Well, this is his lawyer. You don't mind dealing with her, do you, Miss Gold?
Oh, well, I think we should...
I'll take you down, sir.
See you later.
Will he need a lawyer?
Always for the best when you're nicked.
He should never have been arrested.
Right.
We were protesting.
So, you were there?
Yeah, outside Lingwood.
It's a primary school, isn't it?
Yes.
So you witnessed his arrest?
Honestly, he's done nothing wrong.
What was the protest about?
Well, there's been lots of problems there recently.
The fire?
Oh, that's just part of it. They got rid of the chair of the governors.
Who did?
The council. There was an Ofsted report.
What did it say?
It said the school was unsatisfactory. It weren't. It's good.
So why was the chair of governors sacked?
It's all politics, isn't it?
So what happened today?
There was like a group of us by the gates. We were chanting and handing out leaflets and stuff. Police arrive. It's all move along. And Hassan says we've got a right to protest. Policeman shoves me. Proper hard. Hassan steps in, tells the policeman off.
Did he swear at him?
Hassan never swears. He's very respectful. He was just trying to protect me. That's what he's like.
So, Mr. Twist, have you heard of Twitter?
I'm sorry, did Methuselah just walk in the room?
Who?
It's a biblical reference.
Right. Are you a religious man, sir?
Not so far. Methuselah was... forget it. Yes, I know what Twitter is.
So, this is a copy of a tweet from your client's account. He's attached the photo of the school just as the fire took hold.
When was this?
Night before last. Fire service arrived promptly. Damage contained.
Anyone hurt?
No.
Well, that's something.
He's tweeted the words, "The heat is on," next to the image.
Right.
And that is a hashtag he often uses. Hashtag the North will rise again. Also linked to the photo.
You're saying it's racially aggravated?
Yes.
Why would a racist target this school?
It's over 80% Muslim. Had a bit of bad publicity too recently.
Like what?
Been some changes there. Ofsted thought some of the values being taught were a little... I don't know. Fundamental.
I see.
All the evidence suggests that your client was present on the scene when the fire was started.
Got a fire report?
Looks like a petrol bomb.
And the tweet?
Gone around the world. Retweeted over 4,000 times. He's building up quite a following, your Mr. Donahue.
Oh, there's a fan club then.
Not all of the replies are friendly. There are death threats.
Are you investigating them?
They're from all over the place. Jurisdiction issues, to be honest.
Why would he tweet evidence of his own crimes?
Have you met him before?
I don't think so.
Not the sharpest knife in the box. He's the sort of man who makes our job easier.
Not so much mine.
I'll introduce you.
And you're sure Hassan didn't strike the officer at all?
He's passionate, but he's not like that.
I may be needing a witness statement from you, Samira.
Okay. Sometimes I wish I hadn't...
Hadn't what?
I kind of blame myself. Hassan and me, we talked a lot about our faith. He gets very wound up about injustice, Miss Gold. And then when the school got rid of me...
You worked there?
A teaching assistant.
You were sacked?
I was put in a difficult position. Forced to resign.
So is the protest about you?
Not really. I had to go because of what they did to my dad.
Your dad?
He was the chair of the governors they pushed out.
Right, so there's a personal grievance too.
It wasn't right, what they were saying.
Hassan is close to you.
I suppose.
He must have been upset.
He's not violent, honestly.
Oh, right. It sounds like overzealous policing. Officer gets a bit carried away.
The thing is, with Hassan, it's like he's always having to prove himself.
In what way?
A true believer.
Why would he need to do that?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Miss Gold. Ready to come down?
Oh, yes.
I'll wait here.
Well, this'll be interesting.
What will?
Let's just say that I'm glad he's got a woman brief to look after him.
Oh, yes.
Your Mr. Aziz doesn't much like the idea of us girls doing real men's work.
Oh, he said that.
Not in so many words. You know what they're like.
They?
Some of them. And this one's a bit different.
Different?
Let me out! Now!
That's him. Mr. Happy. Been like this since he arrived.
You must permit the law!
What does he want?
To pray.
What's the problem?
No water. He can't wash. Problem with the plumbing. We're trying to sort it out. He thinks it's a police conspiracy.
I can't hear you!
I told him it's not the police, it's just a cock-up. Workmen left some copper pipes exposed a couple of nights ago.
Where?
About 100 metres from the nick. Some scally had it away with them. No water.
Embarrassing.
Just a bit.
You said he was different.
Yeah, you'll see.
The right to pray! Pray is right, my friend!
We know all about your rights, don't worry.
Oh, about time!
This is your brief, Sarah Gold.
Morning, Mr. Aziz.
Oh, I was expecting...
I know. Another female of the species. Terrible, isn't it?
Thank you, officer. How do you do?
I'm not permitted to shake your hand.
Oh, good start. I'll leave you to it.
You can't shake my hand?
My beliefs don't allow it.
Because I'm not Muslim?
It's a cultural thing.
Oh, I know all about cultural things. Grew up with them.
You did?
Yeah. Did you?
Sorry, I don't understand.
I'm Jewish.
Jewish?
Met one of them before?
Yeah, of course.
Is that a problem for you?
Not really.
My lot have got loads of rules and regulations, not very big on them myself.
We're all people of the book.
Well, there you go. Hands across the divide. Although, not literally.
Listen, pal. How many times? Nothing to do with me.
The tweet was sent from your account.
Not by me.
Who else has access to your Twitter account?
No one, far as I know.
There's your problem.
I don't care. I didn't send it.
And the fire?
Don't know anything about it.
Police are saying there's a pattern of behaviour.
Eh? I've never started a fire.
The tweets, Ian. Photo of the fire. Quote, the heat is on, unquote. Hashtag, the North will rise again.
Got a problem with that?
What does that mean?
What it says. I'm from the North. I'm proud of that.
Is that all?
You're saying there's something wrong with being proud of your heritage?
Depends.
On who you are, is that what you're saying? They're proud of their heritage.
Who?
You know.
No, I don't.
The Muslims. All right for them, but I get nicked.
Listen, Ian, can we just concentrate?
I mean, you're a northern lad, aren't you?
I grew up in Mankia.
Changed, hasn't it?
Everywhere's changed.
Some places more than others.
I want to focus on the case.
There's no case.
There's a bunch of tweets here, right? The police have copied them down. That third one.
Real northerners. What's wrong with that?
Next to a picture of a bunch of angry white blokes on a demo.
It's a demo. Still a free country, you know.
There's others too. Picture of a row of shops, halal butchers, curry house, Asian shops.
So?
And you've tweeted, used to be my country.
Yeah.
So did you tweet that?
That's our high street. Just saying what I think.
And then there's the school on fire.
Which is nothing to do with me.
Oh, did you tweet the picture because you supported who did it?
Didn't start the fire, didn't take the picture, didn't tweet it.
So who did?
I don't know. I'm not the detective.
Trouble is, the police will say it's in line with your other tweets.
You show me where else it says I'm in favour of firebombing a school.
You condemn it then?
I'm against starting fires. Any fires. It's wrong. I'm being victimised here.
You're being victimised?
Because of what I believe in.
And what do you believe in?
Celebrating my cultural heritage.
Do a bit of the old traditional dancing then, eh? Gaelic football, is that right?
Eh?
Your name's Donahue. Immigrant stock. Bit of Irish in you.
I'm a normal English working class bloke.
Me too.
No chance.
I am. Proper working class, me.
Not now, mate. You've gone over to the other side.
Water not working, that's not true.
Why would they lie about that?
Obvious. They don't like us.
You can't say that.
I can say what I want. That's what society is. All prejudice against people like me. She's prejudiced, that policewoman. I'm telling you.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say...
Oh, you wouldn't? What did she say to you? I heard her. They like this, they like that.
Yes, she did.
Prejudice. You should report her.
You want me to report her?
Well, don't you want her?
I want to help you, Hassan, but if you want to make a complaint...
Oh, forget it. Waste of time. Standard, isn't it? Not worth it. I need to pray.
Your friend is here. She's given me a bit of background.
Friend?
Samira?
Samira's here? Oh, that's good. That's very good.
She's worried about you. I told her I'd take good care of you.
What we got around here now? Their shops, their mosques, no one talking our language, their food.
Curry. Fine northern traditional fare.
So that'd be funny?
Not me.
Everything I like, it's wrong now. I like a drink. You've got pubs closing all over town. I like the football.
Oh, City doing all right.
I'm a Latics fan, me.
Oh, tough times there.
There you go. And it still costs 20 quid to get in.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
It is when you've not got a job. There's nothing for the likes of me round here.
Nothing at all.
They look after their own. We should look after our own.
I don't know about that.
I'll tell you something. Did a proper apprenticeship, me.
What in?
Bricky. Can't get work now. Poles have got all that. Them lot cornered the market.
Oh, is that right?
We're strangers in our own town. We've had to change. They haven't. A lot of the Muslim women can't even speak English.
Let's deal with the case, shall we?
When you go and live in another country, you should learn the local language.
You ever been to Spain?
All I'm saying is, we're different.
You're going to have to answer questions in interview.
Fine by me.
So, did you start that fire?
I'll tell you again, no.
Why did you send the tweet?
I didn't. I'm not that stupid.
Where were you at 11:30 p.m. the day before yesterday?
Why?
That's about the time the fire started.
Day before yesterday.
Something funny?
I've got an alibi. I wasn't there.
Good. Where were you?
Can't say.
If you've got an alibi, we need to run it.
Sorry, mate. Can't do that.
What happened at the school, Hassan?
I don't want to talk about it. Whole thing's a set-up.
How's that?
You won't understand.
Try me.
Lingwood School was inspected last year.
Ofsted. I was looking on the website when I was outside. They said it was inadequate.
No, it's a good school. Got problems, but the parents like it.
So why did the chair of governors get the push?
Mr. Farrar.
Samira's dad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good man. Simple reason he was kicked out.
Which is?
He's Muslim.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you, it was. That's why he was sacked. There were some Ofsted people got involved and sacked him. Didn't like what he was doing.
What was he doing?
He was respecting the wishes of parents. About the way they wanted their kids educated. Most of the parents was happy. Another school down the road got a bad inspection. White chair, she's still in charge. No one hears about that one. But Lingwood, all over the local paper, it's prejudice.
More to it than that.
It's simple. Get rid of the Muslim chair of governors, then make it impossible for his daughter to work there. She's been told her dad's a fundamentalist all the time. They're making like she's some sort of extremist.
Is she like that?
Oh, of course not. She's just an ordinary Muslim girl, trying to help local kids with their education. And next there's all the bad publicity. Some fascist thinks it's a good idea to firebomb a primary school.
You think that's linked?
Of course it is. We're under attack.
So what exactly happened today?
Nothing. There's like a group of us handing out leaflets saying Mr. Farrar should get his job back.
Is that all?
We're all behaving ourselves, letting people know what we think. And some parent calls the police. We're frightening the kids. It's rubbish.
What happened when the policeman turned up?
I said to him, what are you doing wasting your time here? You should be looking for the people who threw a firebomb into a school at night. Samira was saying the same.
What did the policeman do?
Gets all aggressive and in Samira's face. I told him to back off. He nicked me.
Did you assault him in any way?
I pushed him. I was defending Samira. She's only small, and he was a big man.
All right, we can try and run self-defence. Not easy when the victim's a police officer. You'll have to tell them you were defending Samira.
I'm not saying anything.
You'll need to.
Not happening. I'm not going to be judged here.
No one's judging you here. It's a police station.
Don't you get it? God is my judge, not your police force.
It's not my police force.
Not my courts. They mean nothing to me. I only have one judge.
The courts won't see it like that.
Don't care. It's not part of my world.
We're both living in this world.
No, we're not. You're wrong about that. We're different. Our world's totally different.
What do you want to do then?
I'm not taking part in this system. Don't accept it. I refuse to be interviewed.
They'll interview you in your cell if they have to.
Up to them. I'm saying nothing. Put them to proof.
I'm sorry.
I said put them to proof.
Thought you did. Are you a lawyer, Hassan?
No.
You seem to know some law.
Maybe.
Have you had contact with the law?
No.
Have we met before?
No.
You look kind of familiar to me.
Oh, we all look the same to you, do we?
You're white, Hassan.
I'm Muslim. It's not about skin colour, it's about what's in here, in your heart.
And what's in yours?
Faith, righteousness.
Love?
Of course, I love Allah.
Yes?
Can I have a word, Miss Gold?
Yes.
Outside?
Right.
Can I wash now?
Still no water, I'm afraid.
Lies.
I'd watch myself if I were you, young man.
Hassan.
New evidence has come to light.
Okay.
There was some mystery as to who called the fire brigade the other night.
Why?
The call was made from a pay-as-you-go mobile.
Difficult to trace.
But this one was bought with a debit card.
Belonging to?
Samira Farrar.
The girl who was in the front office?
Not now. She's been arrested.
What for?
Suspicion of arson.
What's the evidence?
You'd be amazed how often the person who starts a fire is the same person who called the fire brigade.
There's hardly grounds for arrest.
She has a motive.
What?
Her dad was forced out of the school.
So she firebombed it?
And she was obviously in the area at the time of the fire.
Was custody happy to detain her?
No complaints.
What's it got to do with my client?
Not sure yet.
He's under arrest for assault of a police officer.
That's right.
So how is it relevant?
Well, it may not be. Oh, Miss Farrar has asked you to represent her.
This phone they're talking about, it's not mine.
It was paid for on a card of yours.
In person?
I'm not sure.
It's not my phone. I didn't make a call, Miss Gold. They seriously think I started the fire.
That's why they arrested you.
My friends work at that school. Why would I start a fire there?
Police officer thinks you had a grudge.
I'm upset. I'm not mad.
Do you have any knowledge as to who started the fire?
There's racist graffiti on the walls of the school. That should give them an idea of who started it.
They're making inquiries regarding that possibility too.
You know what this is all about, mate. One rule for them, different rule for us.
You don't believe that.
I'll tell you what. If it had been one of them lot setting fire to a church...
What?
Police wouldn't be bothering.
You're not serious.
Just saying. We have to stand up for each other. People like us.
I'm not like you.
You are, deep down.
I am not.
You're a real northerner, proper old school. I can see that. You don't like what's happened.
Don't tell me what I think.
Mr. Twist, I need a word.
Right, well, we're very nearly ready for interview.
We're not.
Police have got you and Hassan down as a couple of real radicals.
That's a joke. I'm not like that at all. Neither's Hassan.
And your father?
He's my dad. He can be quite old-fashioned. They're not saying he's got something to do with this fire now.
Why were the council so keen to get him off the Board of Governors?
Like I said, he's old-fashioned. Look, it's a mixed school. He persuaded the head teacher that boys and girls should be taught separately in some classes.
Which classes?
Science, sometimes RE.
And the parents were unhappy?
Not really. Most were in favour. But the council didn't like it, and then the head started to say she'd been forced into it.
Had she?
My dad's got a strong personality. He knows what he believes in, and he's not frightened to say so.
How does that make life at home?
Most days are fine. I try not to argue with him.
Do you talk to him?
I tell him what he needs to know.
Still don't understand why you had to leave the school when your dad went.
They thought I was spying for my dad. Joke, really.
They don't know what they're saying, Samira. They've got conflicting evidence and they're thrashing around trying to work out exactly what's going on. Listen, if you made the phone call to the fire brigade...
I didn't.
If you did, it doesn't mean you started the fire.
Hassan and me and everybody else was just protesting today about the way I was treated by the school, the way Dad was treated.
The officer needs to speak to me. Let's hope we can make some progress. I still don't see why you arrested her.
Hang on a minute.
You've already got a suspect for the fire.
Ian Donahue isn't your client, Miss Gold.
So what? You can't arrest my client while Donahue's still a suspect.
Complex investigation. If we have reasonable suspicion, we're obliged to make an arrest. I just need to open this file.
OK.
Ah, this is it. Caller hung up before the operator could take any details. Here we go.
Fire service. I need to report a fire. What is the location of the fire? Lingwood School. And what street is that in? Arthur Street, Oldham.
Recognise the voice?
I think the voice is yours. That's the number the call was made from.
439.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, I saw the fire on the way home. I rang the fire brigade.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I'm sorry.
Did you start that fire?
No, honestly, I didn't.
You gave me a different number.
I've got 2 phones.
Why?
My dad set up my account on the phone number I gave you. He pays the bill.
Generous of him.
And he gets to see all the calls I make.
Right.
You see, there's a man who goes to our mosque. He's a nice man. Dad wants me and him to get married.
Do you want that?
He's a good man.
But do you want to be his wife?
He's nearly 40 years old.
So, who do you call on your private phone?
Hassan.
And your father doesn't like that?
No.
Because he has other plans for you.
My father don't think people can change.
Hassan being a convert, is that the problem?
Forgiveness is a big part of our religion, you know?
What? They've made another arrest?
Yes.
So they can't stick the fire on me?
They want to talk to you about hate crime.
Hate crime?
They're looking at all of your tweets. They're going back over your social networking history.
They're trying it on.
Trouble is, Ian, some of your tweets could fall under Section 127 of the Communications Act.
What are you talking about, mate?
If they fall into the category of hate crime.
Give over.
Some of that North will rise again stuff. It sells very close to the edge.
I'll tell you what's going on here, pal. Discrimination's what's going on here. They know it wasn't me that started the fire, so they'll get me for something else. This is harassment.
There's the photo, there's the tweet.
How many times? I didn't take that photo and I didn't tweet that message.
They've arrested her.
Yes, the police think you two started the fire.
What?
But you don't want to be interviewed, do you?
You know what? I'll talk to him.
Yes?
We're ready to interview.
No, I think we may need
I want to be interviewed now.
I think we should consult...
I'm ready to be interviewed.
Good. Let's get started. My name is DC Poole. We are in an interview room at Chatterton Police Station. Please give your full name.
My name is Hassan Aziz.
Thank you. And you have legal representation?
Sarah Gold.
Thank you, Miss Gold. I'll now remind you, Hassan, that you are under caution and that you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Now, first of all, there is a matter which has just arisen that we need to discuss.
What's that?
Hassan Aziz isn't actually your name, is it?
Yes, it is.
Sorry, what is this about?
Hasn't always been your name.
Officer, I really think
As you know, Miss Gold, our systems were down when your client arrived. Up again now, though, and your client's fingerprints are coming back as one Darryl Bridges.
I changed my name.
Fine. No problem with that. But Darryl Bridges seems like a very different person to Hassan Aziz.
I am very different.
In what way, officer?
Hassan Aziz has never been arrested. Darryl Bridges has a string of previous convictions.
This can't be of relevance now.
I can supply you with a list, Miss Gold.
29 previous convictions.
Lots of petty stuff, twok, shoplifting, criminal damage. There's a street robbery a few years back. Chances are you've probably represented this young man in the past.
Let's see how that would be relevant.
I'm not saying it is. You've done time inside, haven't you, Darryl?
I'm not Darryl anymore.
Fair enough.
Darryl Bridges made a lot of mistakes. He did some terrible things, but he doesn't exist anymore. I got rid of him. Started my life again. New person.
Hassan Aziz.
Darryl Bridges was all about drink, drugs. I've taken no alcohol or drugs for 2 years, ever since I saw the truth.
Officer, my client's past has no bearing on this case.
Quite right. Most of it doesn't. But there is one conviction I'd like you to look at. There is a finding of guilt from just over 2 years ago.
Sorry, I can't see it.
Bottom of the 3rd page.
Got it?
Sentenced at Oldham Mags Community Service. Common assault.
Right.
Racially aggravated, it says. And there was a co-defendant, a known associate of your client Hassan Aziz.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
The co-defendant, also found guilty, was Ian Donahue, currently under arrest at the police station for arson.
I don't have anything to do with Ian Donahue anymore.
Really? Because I've done a bit of research on that case. Who was the victim of the assault, Hassan?
No comment.
Samira Farrar.
What?
You and Ian Donahue attacked and racially abused your friend Samira.
Officer, I need a consultation.
In a moment, Miss Gold. And I'm suggesting that you and Ian Donahue have not changed your ways.
No.
You and Donahue started the fire at the school. You are working together.
No, not at all. It was Donahue. He tweeted about it.
Yes, he did. But how do you know that?
I saw it. He done it.
You see, we've discovered the source of that tweet. It came from your IP address, Hassan.
It wasn't me. He's a racist.
Hashtag the North will rise again. You and Donahue are still at it. The two of you started the fire.
No.
Officer, I really need to
I
speak.
know,
I
you
need
need
to
a
speak to my
consultation.
other
No,
client.
wait, please, I
no,
want to...
I need to speak to Samira right now.
Tell me about this conviction for assault.
It were nothing.
Nothing. Racially aggravated assault.
It were racial. Not really.
Court thought it was.
It were two kids having a laugh.
You were 19 years old, Ian.
Two stupid kids.
What exactly happened?
Oh, what's her name? Samira. Used to be at our school. She was right up herself. She thought she was special. She went to sixth form college, used to walk past me and Darryl in the park. We'd say hello every day. She'd stick her nose in the air, acted like we weren't even there.
You were harassing her.
No, just talking, bit of flirting, nothing out of order. She had a bad attitude. One day, she gave us this look. Really mean look. Like proper looking down on us. I said to Darryl we should do something about that. Next day she comes past again. We'd had a couple of beers, so just for a laugh, I dared him.
Dared him to do what?
Get the scarf off her.
The scarf?
Yeah, you know, the scarf thing that they wear.
The hijab.
Darryl was right up for it. So she passes us. I couldn't believe it. He creeps up behind her and grabs it off her head. She went mental. Starts shouting at us, screaming, crying. Really over the top.
And what did you do?
He threw me the scarf, I chucked it back. We were mucking about. Didn't hurt her. Darryl gave it her back in the end, but she was still right mad about it. Next day, police came to the park. Nicked us. Racially aggravated. We were having a laugh. Weren't racial.
It was.
And I never touched her. Don't think Darryl did. Just the scarf. We both got done for assault.
Sounds about right.
I never laid a finger on her. It was Darryl grabbed the scarf. Some useless brief told me to plead guilty. Said it was best to get it over with, so I did.
Sounds like good advice to me. Joint enterprise.
You what?
You and Darryl acting together. You're lucky you didn't get a custodial.
I've got the racial stuff on my record now, whenever I apply for a job.
Would do.
If I get nicked, always comes up. Nightmare. Not saying what I did was right.
It wasn't.
It were kids having a laugh. We didn't mean nothing. And then Darryl joins them. Can you believe it?
Converted to Islam.
He were a normal bloke. Good lad, as it goes. Now he's all stuck up like her.
Police are working on the theory that you and him started the fire together.
You're joking. Only thing I've said to him is to try and put him right. Pull him back from the dark side. He won't have it.
I don't believe it. They started the fire together.
Looks like it.
That can't be right.
I'm afraid it really does look that way.
But I was with Hassan earlier that evening. We have a place we meet.
What time did you leave him?
About 9 something. We said goodbye. I stopped off at a friend's. Then I was nearly home and I saw the fire at the school. Made the phone call.
Gives Hassan time to have done it.
No. It's got to be his mate. He can't have done that. He changed. He told me that.
I'm sorry, Samira.
He told me he loved me.
The evidence against him is quite powerful.
Are you sure it was him?
Samira, I think...
When I was in sixth form, they never left me alone. I had to cross that park every day. Him and his mate giving me a hard time, calling me a terrorist, abusing me.
Assaulting you?
I was sure his mate was the real problem. When I talked to Hassan, what do I call him now?
We need to think about you.
He's back to being Darryl, I suppose. I really thought... I'm stupid.
You're not stupid.
I loved it.
I'm going to speak to the officer. Given what they've told me, they have to release you.
I thought I loved it.
Police suspect that you and Hassan are working together as a team.
No
It
chance.
wouldn't be the first time.
We don't have nothing to do with each
So
other.
you keep telling me.
I didn't tweet the picture of the fire. It came from his computer.
From your account, your hashtags. You've got previous together.
I told you I don't even talk to him. I'm being set up here.
Oh, and that's your defence?
Yeah, he's got it in for me.
How can he send a tweet off your account?
I don't know. Act it, ain't he?
How? You must be password protected.
I've got a password.
Did you give it to Hassan?
Course not.
Maybe he's worked it out somehow. What is it?
Password.
Ian, I'm not going to use your password.
No, it's password.
Your password is password.
Yeah.
Just about the most common password in the world.
Is it?
Oh, it's an open door.
Right. Didn't think. They're letting me go then, are they?
No.
They have to. I didn't send a tweet. I've got nothing to do with the fire or Darryl.
I don't think the police will believe you.
I'm not guilty. I weren't there.
Then I think you need to let me have that alibi.
What did she say about me?
What do you think? You betrayed her?
No.
Yes, you lied and cheated your way into the Muslim community. You just wanted to cause trouble, and you used Samira.
Totally wrong.
I don't think so, Darryl.
I told you Darryl Bridges is dead. I'm Hassan Aziz.
You can stop all that stuff now.
I've really changed. Don't you get it?
No, I don't. I remember you now. I represented you about 4 years back. You'd been nicking cars on the estate and setting fire to them. You're a little mini crime wave.
I know.
I think your dad came down to the police station.
Doubt it.
He was stinking of booze. Police wouldn't let him in to be your appropriate adult.
That's my dad.
Where is he now?
Don't know. I haven't seen him for ages.
Why?
He's an alcoholic. I didn't need it anymore. I grew up with that.
Difficult.
Nightmare. I was meant to get myself ready for school on my own. He never took care of me.
And your mum?
Slapper.
Hey, that's not a nice thing to say about your mother.
Not nice having a mother who's a slapper. Listen, from age 10, Darryl Bridges had to look after himself. He was a kid. His family was a mess. He made a mess of things. Nobody took care of him. Samira changed everything for me.
Really?
A couple of years back, I'm in Alexandra Park. I'd been drinking all night and all day.
How much had you had?
No idea. I'm like lying on the grass, cans of special all over. Sunny day. I'm on my own, totally out of it. Everything starts shaking. I don't know what it is, earthquake or something. Get my eyes open. It's her. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm saying, don't call the police. She's like, are you all right? I was worried about you. She's like, you need help. I say, no, but she helps me up. Starts to put all the cans in the bin, says how we need to respect the park. Stuff like that. Said I should go with her.
Did you?
Yeah. She's only a young girl herself, like, but she taught me. Told me I wasn't a terrible person. I told her I was. I'd abused her. Pulled off her hijab. She forgave me.
Right.
She took me in. Nobody had ever cared about me before. I felt like I'd got a home, really, a proper home. No one ever treated me like that. So the way I see it is when Ian and me did that to her, that was like, in the end, what started me towards understanding everything.
And now?
Every day I try to lead a spiritual life, a good life.
Is that right?
I know you don't believe me.
You're telling me you just left your old life behind and turned your back on it?
Yeah.
Worked out on your family, rejected all the values you grew up with.
Don't know what you mean, I had no values.
Started again. It's never an easy thing to do.
It was easy. I was watching people I know killing themselves. 2 friends OD'd, 1 got shot, 6, 7 in prison now. Easy to walk away from that.
But that takes character.
I saw an example. I saw someone who I could look up to. Samira. She talked to me about Allah. Taught me about what's important in the world, about what really matters.
And what is that? Living together as a community?
It's all about truth, honesty. She showed me some verses that made a lot of sense. She showed me a different way of living.
Well, that's all great. Trouble is, you started that fire, didn't you?
It's not what you think.
Well, then tell me, why did you do that?
That school has had racist graffiti painted on the walls every week for years. Nobody does out about it.
Who's doing that?
People like Ian and his mates. They just keep getting away with it. Just lads having a laugh. Always abusing Samira. Always having a crack at me. Everybody lets it go. Him and his mates have beaten me up 3 times in the last year.
Have you reported this to the police?
Don't be stupid. But then I had this idea. If Ian started a fire, people would have to take notice.
You started the fire to set up Ian?
Yes.
And you took the photo and you tweeted the message on Ian Donohue's account?
I was doing it for the community.
Really?
Get people like Ian off the street. Make people take it serious, like. I'm not part of that world anymore. I've really changed.
Have you?
Yes. Didn't you ever want to change, to be a different person?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Allah gave me a new start, a new life. Schools didn't do that. Prison didn't do that. No one cared. Only he accepted my repentance. He's the most merciful God.
Okay.
Okay. You say okay?
I don't know what else to say.
Well, you grew up a religious person.
I walked away from that. I'm secular. I don't practice.
Well, that's your life.
Yes, that's right. It is my life. Actually, it really is.
I believe in something. I'm proud of that. I have faith. What do you believe in?
I believe in a whole lot of stuff, Hassan, but right now I want us to talk about earthly matters. You are in serious trouble.
I know.
Do you still want me to represent you?
Yes.
All right.
I want to pray. And then I want to tell the police the truth.
You going to advise me or not?
It's a difficult one, Ian.
You're my legal advisor. Advise.
Well, option 1, if you get convicted of arson at the school...
Which I'm not guilty of.
But if you get convicted, you're going away for a long time. Second conviction of that type, racial motivation again.
And option 2.
You put forward your alibi.
It's not great, though, is it?
None of it's great. Come in.
We need to have a word.
Yes, I think we do.
I didn't set that school on fire. I wasn't there.
Wait a minute, Ian.
I need to tell you, I've got an alibi.
Is that right?
If you just hang on.
I nicked those pipes.
What pipes?
The water pipes, copper ones, just round the back of here.
Did you?
Yeah. The night when the fire happened.
Right. Where are they?
Well, they're in my backyard.
Great. I'll make a note of that and we'll send an officer round to your place to look for them.
OK.
Just wanted you to know that you're no longer a suspect in the arson case.
He's not?
Ian Donohue, I am now arresting you for theft of water pipes under the Theft Act 1968. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not make...
But why would he do something like that?
He thought he was doing something positive.
How is setting fire to something positive?
He had it all worked out, except he didn't.
He's not coming out then?
Charged and bail refused. Court tomorrow morning.
He's ruined everything. I've been working on my mum and dad, telling them what a good man he was, that they could trust him. Now everyone's going to know, aren't they?
Yes, they will. Local papers.
Local community.
That too. Oh, I'm sorry, Samira.
He's a true believer, though, isn't he?
Says he is.
He is. He's not a fake.
I think he does have faith. Just don't think he knows where he belongs.
Are you a religious person?
I'm Jew-ish, Samira.
Right, but are you religious?
I grew up in a fairly religious family.
You don't want to answer the question?
I'm a lawyer.
Sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you.
You didn't. I don't really do the God thing, but I'll always be Jewish and I'll always be a lawyer. And I do know where I belong.
No further action on the arson. They're going to bail you to return on the theft of the pipes.
Good. Result, I suppose.
I've got to head off. All you need to do is sign the bail form.
OK. Told you he was a wrong 'un, didn't I?
You what?
You thought it was me. He's the fire starter.
I've got to go.
You thought it was me.
There was evidence.
It was him. That's the sort of bloke he is. Stabs his old mate in the back, betrays his people, joins up with them.
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, you should, mate. People like us need to stand up for ourselves.
Hold up a minute.
Like you said earlier, you're a working class lad. You have to stand up and be counted, tell it how it is. We're getting swamped. You are one of us.
I have nothing to do with you. I don't believe any of that stuff. I grew up round here, yeah, I'm working class and I'm from the north, but I'm not having some scumbag like you telling me what to believe in. The north will rise again, It's topless. It's not on its knees. It's doing all right, and it don't need any help from beggars like you.
All right, mate, keep your head on.
And you can find yourself another brief when you come back here next month.
How was it?
Very uplifting.
How did we both manage to lose?
Skill, professionalism.
Years of experience.
The clients from hell.
Mine was a changed man.
Mine wasn't. I'll have a glass of that.
There was only one glass left in the bottle.
And you've had it.
Certainly have.
Suppose one of us could go out and get another bottle.
You could.
But I've only just got in.
Yeah, but I'm all cosy now.
But I had a longer day.
Please go and get a bottle of wine.
I don't want to go out again.
Trouble with you is, when you've made up your mind about something, you stick with it.
You should be grateful for that.
Overcome with gratitude, Frank.
You're worse. You make up your mind, you won't budge an inch.
Yeah, I'm very flexible.
Bless your heart for that.
Shut up. Tell you what, we could observe a fine Jewish tradition.
And what would that be?
Play rock, scissors, paper. Loser goes off to the off-licence.
Is it a Jewish game?
It is to me. I used to play it on a Sunday morning when I was bunking off Hebrew school round the back of the synagogue.
OK, then, let's get observant.
1, 2, 3,
rock.
Again. 1, 2, 3, rock. Again. 1, 2, 3, rock.
I stuck with rock this time. So did Sarah. After 15 rounds, we called it a draw and went upstairs with a cup of tea. I know that rock and roll lifestyle will be the death of me. Actually, you're going to have to trust me on this, but there really was a time back in the early days of the shipbuilders when I fully identified with the whole punk rock agenda. Gave the smart-ass teenager a sense of belonging and an edgy pair of trousers. Listen, find me a community and I'll do my best to join up. The world of criminal defence, I can comfortably share a bottle of passable red with a lawyer in a suit and discuss the finer details of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. The sky blues, I know it's all gone corporate, but it runs in my veins. I belong. And now I'm still a northern lad. Oh yeah, still signed up to that. But I may need to have a careful look at some of the terms and conditions.
In Brief Lives, Frank was played by David Schofield, Sarah by Sally Dexter, and Samira by Zoe Iqbal. Hassan was played by Dean Smith, Ian by James Cartwright, and D.S. Poole by Emily Piton. Brief Lives was written by Tom Fry and Sharon Kelly, and was produced in Salford by Gary Brown.
Ambition. We teach our kids that it's a wonderful thing. We harbour hopeless ambitions for ourselves and hopeful ones for our offspring. That's a good thing, isn't it? Ambition is good. You'd be surprised how many people I meet in the Nick whose problems start with ambition. My name is Frank Twist, and if you ever have the misfortune to be arrested in England's sunny northwest, there's a fair chance that either me, Miss Sarah Gold, or another of my team of legal advisors will be looking after your interests. And the following piece of paternal advice comes free. Don't overdo it on the ambition stuff. I mean, no parent has treasured dreams of their pride and joy bumping into the likes of me in a police cell.
Brief Lives by Tom Fry and Sharon Kelly.
All right, Sergeant, yep, I'm on my way.
Georgina Swan?
With a double N.
I wonder.
What?
Did they give you any background on her?
Miss Swan is a teacher at the Chatstown Academy.
Music?
Mm-hmm.
Must be. I'll do it.
No, you won't like it.
Georgina Swan under arrest.
Well, that's why they're called.
You don't know who she is, do you?
I've got a feeling you're going to tell me.
Georgina Swan won Young Musician of the Year in 19-something or other.
Really?
I was a teenager.
Sarah Gold, the teenager. Chill went through me.
I was a very demure teenager.
Oh, yeah.
I was intelligent, highly opinionated, and with a well-developed...
Chest?
Sense of justice and human rights.
And a teenager. Oh, blood runs cold.
You're right. Totally frightful. But Georgina Swan...
How come you know all these young musician stuff?
Because she was the youngest ever winner and my father never stopped going on about her.
Why?
He'd been shelling out for piano lessons since I was 6.
But you haven't got a musical bone in your body.
He started to realise that, and then when he saw this young genius playing piano on telly, he wouldn't shut up. He made me sit down and watch her. Why couldn't I play like Georgina Swan? Georgina Swan's father must be so proud of her. Georgina Swan gets up at 6 every morning to practice. Georgina
okay,
flipping...
I get the picture.
And by the end, I woke up screaming her name.
Then why would you want to represent her?
I don't know. Just like to know how she turned out.
Well, not that great if the allegations against her are true. And trust me, you won't want to touch it.
What's she in for?
Sexual Offences Act 2003, Section 9.
No. Did you get any facts?
Husband had reported her.
What?
Apparently he teaches at the school too. Miss Swan has developed an unlawful relationship with a 15-year-old pupil.
Allegedly.
You are?
I said allegedly.
I heard you. It's a sex crime, Sarah. You never use that word when it comes to them.
I'll do it.
But you don't do them. It's against your principles.
Which nick is she in?
It's a sexual offence. You have a strict rule.
Frank, it's male violence against women I won't touch.
Oh, female perp's all right, then.
Do you want to debate or do you want me to represent the client?
I'll take option 2.
We have a statement from Simon Young.
That's her husband?
He's in the music department too. He was concerned about the relationship with the pupil.
What's the boy's name?
It's a girl.
Oh.
Name of Alba Abandonato.
Oh, Italian?
I think so.
And you have a statement from her?
Well, we're in the process of securing that.
Right. So what exactly are the grounds for arrest?
Miss Swan's husband went to the headmaster about his concerns.
And?
Well, he was dissatisfied with the response, came to us.
With what evidence, officer?
Well, he describes conduct which may be deemed inappropriate.
This is a serious allegation concerning sexual conduct by a teacher with one of her 15-year-old pupils. Need a bit more than inappropriate.
He has some photos.
Right. Can I see them?
In this file here. These.
Oh, that's Georgina on the right?
Yeah. And then there's this one.
They're nothing.
Your client has her arm around her.
Is that so sinister?
Kissing her here.
A peck on the cheek. Is this all you've got?
We're building a case.
But no statement from the girl?
Efforts currently being made.
I'll see my client now. Right, we are going to have to wait to see what the girl says.
Alba won't say anything.
You seem sure about that?
Because there is nothing to say.
OK. Do you fully understand your rights and entitlements?
Police explained them clearly.
Do you want anybody told that you are here?
No.
And you understand what my role is?
Yes.
My father was a fan.
Was?
He died last year.
I'm sorry.
He was very old.
I mean, I'm sorry he was a fan.
Why?
I know what that means. Did he give you a hard time about me?
Yes.
Thank you for being so nice about it. I've had, are you that stuck-up bitch, Georgina Swan?
No.
Oh, and the rest. You'd be surprised.
But you were...
I know. I was brilliant.
I was going to say extraordinary. Did you really get up at 6 every morning to practice?
5:30, usually. Father believed in starting the day with 15 minutes of yoga. Then there was a 3-hour practice before lessons began.
How did you cope with that?
It was my life.
When did you start playing?
He said I started in the womb. He used to sit my mother down when she was pregnant with me and play records to us. Chopin, Mendelssohn. Mother swore she could feel my fingers tapping.
I suppose you were started quickly on lessons.
I was 3. By the age of 6, I was playing Beethoven sonatas. In public.
I was a great disappointment to my father.
So was I.
How?
He was a perfectionist. And I was not capable of perfection.
Oh, he said he won?
I know that now. I had no life.
Well, what about your mother?
She died when I was 4.
I'm sorry. That must have been tough.
I don't remember it.
And school?
I didn't go. Father said it was not possible to find a school that suited my abilities.
Home tutored?
Yes. Father liked to be in control of things, so he taught me the things he knew about.
And the things he didn't?
He ignored. Not so good on science, but my Greek and Latin are impeccable.
Did you ever meet other children?
Yes, weird ones like me at the competitions. Every week there was some sort of contest, and nearly every week I won. Made me so popular.
Not easy, being a prodigy.
Non ego prodigius sum.
My Latin starts to run out after mens rea.
I am not a prodigy.
I see.
Prodigius, Latin for prodigy. Or monster. I am not a monster. Except I was. Maybe I am.
Is he still alive?
Father? I believe so. We went our separate ways.
When?
Years now. I started at university. He came with me, lived in my digs, wanted to make sure I stuck with the routines.
Dad as your roommate at uni. What did the other students think of that?
What do you think? I was already a target. Half of them were like you, had parents asking me why they couldn't be as good as me.
Did your father stick it out?
He would have done, but I fell in love.
Ah, student romance?
With my tutor. We got married in my second year.
And this is the same man who's reported you?
Simon, yes.
So you've been together ever since?
If you can call it together. Simon showed me how to move on, put Father behind me. He also showed me my limitations as a musician.
What limitations? You were brilliant.
Technically I was. Nonpareil, as Father used to say. But I was limited. I felt nothing when I played. I'd stopped developing when I was 10, in every way. Simon helped me grow up a bit. Do we ever really grow up?
Some of us do.
Well, is it good, growing up?
We need to talk about the case.
Do we have to?
Yes.
There is no case. My husband is lying.
Okay.
Simple.
Why?
Why is he lying? That's a big one.
Can you help me with it?
Because he is a very insecure man who has never satisfied me intellectually, emotionally, or sexually. And he blames me. How about that for starters?
A word, Miss Gold?
Oh, back in a minute, Georgina.
We're bailing your client pending further inquiries.
Oh, still no victim statement?
Well, we're looking for her.
Looking for her?
The girl's disappeared, Miss Gold.
Right. Cause for concern.
It is. I'll sort out a bail date for your client.
It's the second on the left.
Right, and then it's number 38, isn't it?
Yes.
You do live with your husband?
Under the same roof.
But he'll be at the school this morning?
No, he pulled a sickie today. Now I know why.
Isn't that a problem, him being at home?
I can deal with him.
You need to be careful, Georgina. He's a potential prosecution witness.
It's about halfway up on the left.
If you start talking to him about this...
We don't talk.
Look, what's going on here?
Pull over, Sarah.
Is that your husband?
Pull over!
Georgina, wait, be careful.
Let go of me!
You're coming with me!
Darling, stop that!
Stop her!
Simon, are you Simon?
Stop her!
Simon Young.
Who are you?
What happened?
What have you done, Simon?
Well, she attacked me. You saw her punch me.
Call an ambulance.
Why?
He's hurt, Georgina. There's blood.
Oh, my God. She must have had something sharp.
Call an ambulance. I think he's been stabbed.
Can't have been.
Sounds like somebody already called the police. That girl.
What?
It was Alba, wasn't it?
I'll need to make a full note of what you saw.
I didn't see anything much.
Okay. I recovered this from the street. Have either of you lost your mobile?
Not me.
Miss Swan?
What?
Phone.
Not mine.
Right. I'm going to the infirmary to see your husband now. Can I give you a lift?
No, thank you.
All right, ladies. I have your details. Someone will be in touch.
Thanks for the lift and everything, Sarah.
You need to think.
I need to be alone now.
Georgina, don't do anything silly.
Goodbye, Sarah.
So, my client, Albert...
Abbandonato. Look, you can park there.
stabs your client's husband.
Allegedly.
Which you witnessed.
I witnessed something.
And, this Alba, she's the same girl that your client definitely did not have a relationship with.
So it seems. Oh. It's all right. I can walk to the curb from here.
Are you going to answer my question?
Would you like me to park it for you?
Look, you know I can't park on my left. You know that already. You got any theories?
Many.
About the case, Sarah?
I do, Frank.
Would you care to share them?
No comment.
I don't deny it. I told them. He deserved it.
Where did you get the knife?
It wasn't a knife. It was just my nail file.
Why were you at Mr. Young's house, Alba?
I saw the police take Georgina away.
Right.
So I went to the house.
Why?
I wanted to talk to him.
Well, did he answer the door?
Yes. He shouted at me. Told me I shouldn't be there.
And then you stabbed him.
You make it sound really bad.
You stabbed a teacher. It's not good.
He was always in my face.
You're in year 11.
Yes.
So you'll need an appropriate adult.
What is that?
Police will have told you about this.
They told me lots of stuff. I couldn't listen.
You're 15 years old. You need someone here.
I got you.
Someone else. Mum, Dad?
No.
Social services?
Don't want them.
If you can't find someone yourself, the police will.
No one.
You understand English fine?
Of course.
Good. No interpreter then. What is your first language?
Why does it matter?
Just curious.
Italian.
Okay. Now, I need to take a background statement. So where were you born?
Bari.
Right. I've got your date of birth. And when did you come to the UK?
My colleague will take those swabs now.
Oh, good.
And there are a few further developments, Mr. Twist.
Okay.
Come with me, sir.
Has he taken a turn for the worse?
His injuries are not as serious as we first thought.
Non-life-threatening?
Absolutely. Seems your client slashed at his stomach and torso with a metal nail file. Lacerations are relatively minor.
That's something.
Mr. Young's made a statement.
Good.
Pretty detailed. We've typed up a summary.
Thanks.
There are special circumstances.
Right.
Mitigating.
Yeah, I'm aware of
If your
that.
client was the victim of sexual abuse, it makes a difference.
Ah, that's better. They'll let you wash your hands.
Yes.
Tell me about Mr. Young, Albert.
He's an idiot. Thinks he knows everything.
Why did you attack him?
He was shouting at me.
Were you in any fear?
He's a big grown man.
Did you think he was going to attack you?
Maybe.
Were you trying to defend yourself?
He was saying nasty things to me.
What sort of things?
Doesn't matter.
Are you taught by Ms. Swan?
What's he been saying?
You know.
He says lies all the time.
He's made a statement to the police.
Lies.
Right.
Sometimes a person can tell a lie and people believe it because of who the person is.
That's true.
Especially when the person is a man.
Are you saying that Mr. Young is lying?
Yes.
I haven't told you what he said yet.
Always lies.
Miss Swan, she's a good teacher, is she?
She's a good person.
Is she really?
She's kind to me.
Alba, you are in serious trouble here. I can help you, but you need to tell me what's going on.
Nothing.
You see, I think that what Mr. Young has told the police is very important.
What did he say?
You know what he said.
Tell me.
Mr. Young has told the police that his wife and you are very close.
I told you. She's a kind lady.
She's taken advantage of her position.
No.
She's your teacher. You're 15 years old, and you know what she's doing isn't right.
She understands me.
She is in a position of power over you.
She is so good to me.
It's an unlawful relationship.
She helps me all the time.
You're a juvenile. What happened today? It was about her, wasn't it?
Is she in trouble?
You need to think about yourself.
I got her into trouble.
Not you. If she's in trouble, she got herself into it.
We have a serious problem, Georgina.
How's Alba?
She has her own advisor. We need to talk...
I'll never forgive him. Lying like that. The police just came back into the house and...
Rearrested owing to the emergence of new evidence. I know.
What new evidence?
The mobile phone.
What mobile phone?
The one the police recovered from the street outside your house. It's Alba's.
So?
They've shown me some texts you sent her.
Right.
They're not the sort of text a teacher sends to her pupil, Georgina.
Why are you in care?
I was on my own.
What happened to your parents?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I was 10 years old in Bari. My mother was ill. My father was always away. They thought it would be good for me to live in Manchester. My grandmother was in Manchester.
So you came to the UK when you were about 10?
Yes. I lived with my gran. I went to school for about 3 years. Then my grandmother died.
Your parents came for you?
No, nobody came for me.
Where did you go?
I tried to look after myself. I left the school, lived on the streets.
You were sleeping rough?
For a while.
How old were you?
About 13.
What did you live off?
I did whatever I could. Begged, stole. You know, I was a pretty young girl. I earned money.
Is that how social services got involved?
In the end, I got arrested for stealing some sweets from a shop.
Were you prosecuted?
What?
Did you go to court?
No. When I told them how old I was, police contacted social services, and that's how I ended up with the Rossies.
And they sent you to the Charlestown Academy?
The Rossies thought it would be the best place for me. It has such a good music department.
You always been musical?
No. The Rossies had a piano, and I started to play. They said I had natural talent. Mr. Young had taught their own daughter.
And he was teaching at Charlestown?
He heard me play. He sorted everything out for me to go there.
And that's where you met Miss Swan?
Georgina. Finally, someone who understood me.
Older woman takes advantage of a young girl. I suppose it looks terrible.
It's worse than that. A teacher is in a position of trust. The allegation is that you've abused that with a pupil, and she's 15 years old.
It doesn't look good.
It's not about how it looks, it's how it is. Are you going to deny that there was unlawful sexual conduct between you and Alba?
We love each other.
That wasn't my question.
I know. I don't have an answer for you, Sarah. I'm sorry.
You want me to sell her out?
That's not what I'm saying.
I love Georgina. Why would I sell her out?
You're under arrest for a serious offence of violence.
Let me out. I need to speak to Georgina.
They won't let you. She's under arrest too.
That is my fault.
It's not your fault.
Why do they lock us in here?
Look, come on, you need to sit down.
I didn't mean to. I didn't.
Look, the police are going to interview you about the assault on Simon Young.
I didn't want to hurt him.
Okay. Now we need to think about your interview. Oh, this is complicated. Listen to me. I can't make you do anything. I'm here to advise you.
I understand.
And you can listen to your foster carer too when she gets here.
Yes.
You will be interviewed on tape about the assault on Mr. Young.
Right.
The evidence against you is strong. You had his blood on your hands and you were arrested near the scene of the crime.
I did it.
I know. My job is to look at the evidence. Now, the best thing for you to do will be to tell the police your side of the story in the interview. The background is important, Alba. It's not a defence, but it's mitigation. And that's why you need to talk about Georgina.
But she has done nothing wrong.
The law's against you on that. You are a juvenile. Now, listen to me.
I'm listening.
The police can't use anything you say in your tape-recorded interview against Georgina. You're a suspect, and suspects' interviews cannot be used as evidence against other people.
Okay.
They will ask you, however, if you want to make a separate witness statement describing any abuse you may have suffered at Georgina's hands.
I don't want to.
Well, that's a voluntary thing. Nobody can force you to make a witness statement against her.
Good.
But you need to think about that very carefully. Georgina has abused you.
It's not
I'm
abuse.
sorry, Alba, it is.
You don't understand.
Don't I?
No.
So, when did you and Georgina...
She started to teach me piano.
Was she good?
She is brilliant. She knows about so much. Many things. I never settled in any school properly before I went to Chatstown, but Georgina made things much easier. Not just music, everything. She helped improve my English.
Your English is brilliant.
Thank you, Mr. Twist. Georgina, she is different from me in many ways, but we are also the same.
How's that?
You have children, Mr. Twist?
I do.
What is the point of having children?
Sorry.
Why have kids?
Oh, that's a bit of a curly one for this time of day.
Curly one?
I haven't got an answer for you, love.
So, do people have kids to get what they want for themselves?
I hope not.
Some do. Georgina's dad, he used her. When she was a teenager, her father saw she would no longer do what he wanted. He left her, all on her own. And my parents did the same to me. My parents left me.
A different situation.
She saw that we are the same. Different, but also the same.
She's a teacher. She abused her position.
Not really.
Really?
It's complicated.
I hope you didn't take any notice of what I said back when I was a kid.
I tried not to.
I was carefully rehearsed. In everything. My father coached me in what to say when I won the prize.
If you won.
No, when. He was never in any doubt. We used to practice, with him playing an interviewer. He'd ask me searching questions. Then he'd hand me a trophy. He'd even give me notes on my smile. Had to be just right. Proud, but with a little hint of humility.
You always seemed very self-assured.
Father was all about building me up and knocking me down. That's how you make a prodigy. How you create your monster.
Dr. Frankenstein.
That's what I called him.
To his face?
I had a little secret teenage diary. Until he found it.
What did he do?
Put a match to it, of course. I committed a sin. Done some thinking on my own.
He was the monster.
Yes, I believe that's what the Frankenstein story is about, Sarah.
I suppose.
Independent thought was not encouraged. And Father was the only person I ever spent serious time with.
You didn't have friends?
None. No school. The only other children I ever really met were my rivals in competitions. Father and I would roll up at a venue. He'd listen to the other kids practicing and then quietly tell me in detail why they were so much worse than me. He'd pick them apart. This one had no musicality, that one had a weak left hand, another one had no stage presence. By the time I sat down to play, he'd convinced me I'd won it.
Which you usually had.
Nearly always, actually. And then in the car on the way home, trophy on the back seat, he'd patiently explain to me how badly I'd performed. How my timing was out on a particular bar, how I'd not given weight to a certain phrase, how my posture still needed work.
Posture?
The yoga was meant to see to that. And we did Tai Chi and Alexander technique. Had to get it right. Sit straight, Georgina. Pert impudence, that's what wins the day.
Nothing was left to chance.
That's how we kept winning.
Didn't you get to know the other young musicians?
They all hated me. I kept beating them. And they thought I looked down on them.
Which you did.
Which I did. What a horror I was.
So when you met Simon...
Sorry?
Your husband?
Oh, Simon. He's going to be all right, isn't he?
So I'm told.
Good.
It's the first time you've asked about him, you know.
I used to think I loved him. When we met, I thought he liked me. The actual me. Not Georgina Swan, the music machine.
He was older than you.
8 years. He wasn't like my father, if that's what you mean.
It wasn't.
Trouble is, he was a fan of Georgina Swan. I'd ended up married to a fan. And you're always going to disappoint a fan. He got me away from Father, but I still couldn't relax. Be me. Until I met Alba.
We need to talk about Alba.
Simon exploded when he found out.
Of course he did. You are committing a serious criminal offence.
He gave me an ultimatum. I had to break it off with her, or he'd tell the head.
And?
He told the head.
What did the school do?
Believed me. They need me more than him.
But you are still in an unlawful relationship.
Okay, if you say so.
He doesn't love her, you know.
When did Mr. Young find out about you and Georgina?
A few weeks ago.
How?
He was suspicious. He started following her.
What did he say?
Freaked out. Said she was crazy. She was destroying all of our lives. Blamed her for everything.
Did Mr. Young threaten you?
Not physically. He threatened our happiness.
Well, he didn't have a choice. He's a teacher who's been made aware of a criminal act by a colleague. He can't just let it go.
He thinks I'm a child.
How old are you?
He said Georgina disgusts him. His own wife. She disgusts him.
What were you hoping for when you went to the house?
I thought I could make him understand. I was going to explain, but he went into one. Straight away, really mean face. Said nasty things, homophobic stuff. Said Georgina is a pedophile.
What did you say?
I was upset.
Did that stop him?
He just kept shouting.
And the nail file?
I just had it in my pocket. I took it out. It's like I was only trying to frighten him. I didn't want to hurt him.
Alba, you slashed at him.
I was upset. I didn't... This is... Mr. Twin.
Did he lay hands on you?
No. I'm sorry. I'm a bad person.
Trouble is, Georgina, you don't have a defence.
I do realise that.
Difficult to mitigate on, too, the whole abuse of trust thing.
Not much of a teacher, am I?
How long have you been at the school?
7 years.
What happened to your career?
As a pianist? There was no career.
Why?
That's the one everybody asks.
What's the answer?
I have a standard answer.
Which is?
MYOB.
Mind your own business.
Once Father had walked away, he took my talent with him.
That can't be possible.
It was. I was never a natural. There were natural musicians at college. They just played with real pleasure and joy, I suppose. I was a machine. Father was the operator. Without him, I couldn't work.
It can't be that simple.
Simon had all these plans for me. He was going to be my husband and manager. He arranged recitals. But I just couldn't do it anymore.
I suppose you'd had enough.
Maybe. I stopped playing in public, couldn't face an audience. Then I stopped playing at all.
So you decided to teach. Is that fulfilling?
Not really. That was Simon's idea. He lost his job at the university.
Cuts in the budget?
Some allegations were made about bullying. He was demanding, but he wasn't a bully. I knew what a bully was. Simon's a lightweight.
But the university let him go?
Yes, with no references. So I started teaching to make ends meet, and then he joined me. When we moved to Chatsdown, we came as a package. I've been living in a trance for years. And then Alba came along.
She didn't come along. She's your pupil. She's a child.
Funny thing is, Simon found her. There wasn't really a place for her at the school, but he laid it on with the headmaster.
Why was he so keen for her to come to the school?
She's talented. With Simon, it's all about the making sure the department's performance is maintained. He's big on performance management, departmental development, loves that sort of thing. And Alba will be an A-star in music GCSE. Good for the figures.
Why did you let yourself become involved with her, though?
You know, I've even started playing again. She's a completely natural musician.
Georgina.
She plays the piano with absolute joy. I've learnt from her. She's taught me. I'm actually taking real pleasure in playing. I don't think I've ever truly felt that before. She's changed my life. She's all I care about.
And if you hadn't abused your position, she wouldn't be sitting in this police station.
I don't expect you to understand. It's much more complicated than that.
Not really.
Look, I'll do anything, say anything to help her.
But that's not how it works. What aren't you telling me?
Nothing. I've told you everything.
I don't think so. It's up to you, Georgina. I can't force you to give me instructions, but right now, you've given me nothing that helps you.
I can't betray her.
What are you talking about?
Everything we say is completely confidential.
Of course.
There is something I can tell you.
All right.
But nobody else can know.
I'm going to advise you to make no comment in interview, Alba.
I thought you wanted me to answer questions.
I've changed my mind. Safest way is no comment.
Say nothing.
Name, address, date of birth. The police will remind you of your rights. You tell them that you understand it, and then Answer no comment to every question.
Why?
You've got no defence. The allegation is very serious. There's no chance of you being offered a warning or juvenile caution. The CPS will charge you.
What does that mean?
You'll be going to court. A good barrister can mitigate for you at court.
I don't understand.
They can explain why you did it, and that'll help you.
And Georgina?
My colleague's looking after Georgina. Don't worry about her now.
I can't stop worrying about her.
You have to. Right, I'm going to see if your appropriate adult has arrived, and then we can get things moving.
I don't need an appropriate adult.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're 15 years old.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm 20 years old.
What?
I became 26 weeks ago.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Georgina bought me a cake.
You're a schoolgirl.
Yes, but I'm 20.
Lying about this is not going to help.
I'm not lying, Mr. Twist.
Do you have any way of proving this?
I have a passport.
Oh, you lost your passport, didn't you?
I know where it is.
Any passport you produce now will be shown to immigration experts, and if it's a fake, they'll spot it in seconds.
It's real.
Where is it?
It's up in the roof at my foster carer's house. Behind the water tank.
They don't know it's there?
Of course not.
And this is a genuine passport containing a photo of you and showing your age to be 20.
Yes, Mr. Twist, it is.
Italian passport?
No.
So you're not Italian?
I'm Serbian.
You're going to have to make a statement. No. If Alba is 20, you haven't committed a crime. You're a teacher being accused of a sex offence. If you're found guilty, you're on the sex offenders register for life.
Come on, I won't be teaching again.
And you'll get a jail sentence, a big one.
And if I let the police know her real age and nationality...
Yes.
She'll be returned to Serbia.
Very likely.
And what about the assault on Simon?
The police and court will treat her as an adult.
And sentence her as an adult.
She is an adult. It changes everything.
In the eyes of the law.
It changes everything, Georgina.
You've been here 5 years.
Almost. I was 15 when we arrived. But I've always looked young. People thought I was 10.
And you came in with your parents?
Flew in. Just like regular tourists.
With tourist visas?
Of course.
But you weren't tourists.
No.
You all stayed?
Yes, but then Dad had no money. No way of getting a job. No way of living.
So?
Begging. No choice. Couldn't work. Couldn't go back home. We came to Manchester. I still looked very young then, and we begged in the city. Did good at first. Made enough money to keep going.
But then takings started to decrease.
Less money each week.
People are broke.
My father said it was because I no longer looked like a little child. I couldn't get so much money in. Not sweet enough.
And you're saying they did a runner?
Sorry?
Your parents, they disappeared?
Yes. I was growing very fast. I ate a lot of food. I was costing them money. They left.
Just like that?
We had a little studio flat. I woke up one morning, winter. It was getting light. They'd gone. Taken everything with them. Just left £100 and a few clothes.
And you ended up on the streets?
Of course. About a year ago I got arrested for stealing from a shop. I gave my age as 14. I knew I'd be deported if I said I was an adult.
What happened to your parents?
No idea. Could be anywhere, except Serbia. Dad was not going back there.
So, once you got nicked, social services came out.
They said I was a vulnerable juvenile.
Did you tell them this story?
I told them what I told you earlier.
But you're Italian. There's stuff about a grandmother.
Yes. Said I'd lost my passport.
Where was your Serbian passport?
I hid it. They never found it. I was placed with foster carers and got sent to Chatstown Academy.
But how? You were 19 years old.
And the other kids in my class were 14. I know. But I love it at Chatstown, Mr. Twist. I'm learning so much. I've never spent time at the school before, and Georgina is so kind.
So she first met you in a classroom?
Yes.
As a normal Year 10 student?
Yes.
When did the relationship begin, Alba?
After I told her the truth.
What you told me?
Everything. I knew I could trust her. And I had to tell someone. She was so kind. I fell in love with her. I love her. You see, we did nothing wrong.
After the introductions, you read this statement.
Yes.
Do you understand the procedure?
Yes, I do.
Good. I still can't understand why you allowed the whole thing to carry on. A 20-year-old in a classroom of kids.
I don't expect you to. It was what she needed. She finally had a stable home. She was a bright young woman getting an education.
There must have been another way.
She didn't need any more disruption. She'd had enough hurt. She grew up in such an unloving world. I couldn't stop that.
And now you've lost your job.
Doesn't matter. I just don't want to lose Alba. Can we get this done now?
I'll let the officer know we're ready.
Hot-blooded. That's what she calls me. Georgina said my hot blood would get me into trouble.
You were desperate.
Things were going right. I smashed everything, didn't I? Nearly free, now prison. Then back to Serbia, where I know no one.
What's your real name?
Milinka Davidovic.
And Alba, where did that come from?
Alba abbandonato? Don't you speak Italian, Mr. Twist? I was forsaken at dawn.
I'm so sorry, Alba.
You are under arrest for sexual activity with a child under Section 9 of the Sexual Offences Act 2003.
My client would like to make a statement.
Very well.
Go ahead, Miss Swan, read the statement. What are you doing?
I am guilty of this offence.
Wait a minute.
I sexually assaulted Alba Abbandonato, a girl of 15.
Sorry, officer, I need a consultation.
Do you require a consultation, Miss Swan?
No, I'm fine.
This is not what we agreed, Georgina.
I want to make a full confession.
Officer, stop the interview now, please.
Miss Gold, if your client wishes to speak to us, you should not obstruct her.
What's going on, Georgina?
I know what I'm doing.
You don't?
I do, and I don't want your help. You're fired.
Hang on.
The lady's made herself very clear. Do you require another lawyer, Miss Swan?
No, I'm fine.
We'll stop recording to allow Miss Gold to leave the room.
And she can produce a passport which proves her date of birth?
Yes. I can explain to her foster carer where to find it. I've been given instructions.
So she's not a juvenile? No other requirement for an appropriate adult?
None.
All right, I'll need to make these alterations on the custody record.
Frank!
You finished?
I've just been fired.
You what?
The client went totally off piste and then gave me the boot.
Why?
I'd have probably had to walk as it goes. I don't know what she's doing.
Sarah, you should know that Alba's an adult.
Yeah, I know.
You do?
Wait, are the police aware of her age?
Well, I just told the sergeant here.
Sorry, Miss Gold, can you just explain what's going on?
I've got to get back into Georgina.
Oh, my client's ready for interview, Sergeant.
For the purposes of the recording, Miss Gold enters the room.
Officer, I need
Miss Gold, your client has made her feelings very clear. You need to leave.
I have to...
Leave, Miss Gold.
We need to abandon this interview.
Sergeant, this brief's out of line.
Miss Swan, there's been a development.
What?
New evidence, no crime committed.
Miss Gold, I spoke to you in confidence. You promised...
I've said nothing. Alba told the police how old she really is.
As soon as we have documentary proof, you'll be released.
And Alba?
Turn off the recording.
Okay.
You probably want a word with your legal advisor?
I'm not sure.
Yes, please. I would.
All right, we'll leave you to it.
Why did she do it?
She cares about you like you care for her.
She'll be deported.
In the end.
I'd have gone to prison for her, you know.
I know. She couldn't let that happen.
What now?
You'll have to wait in your cell until they can prove that Alba is telling the truth.
And then?
You'll be released without charge. No further action.
I meant after that.
I'm your legal advisor, Georgina. Everything after that is well outside my brief.
You need to listen to what the sergeant has to say.
Are you Alba Abbandonato, also known as Milinka Davidovic?
Yes.
I'm rearresting you for malicious wounding with intent. And I'm further arresting you for attempting to pervert the course of justice. Do you understand?
Yes.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Charged.
Bail refused.
Of course. What are you looking for?
A refuse bag for those books.
Dear, have we reached the book-burning stage of our relationship?
There's a jumble sale at the school tomorrow. Thought we could let them have these.
How to raise a gifted child. 100 ways to help your child shine. You're not seriously unplugging the hothouse.
Have you ever really looked at vegetables grown under glass?
Oh, strange, overblown things.
Usually lacking in taste.
Whereas those who have to force their way through the frost...
Knobbly, kind of gnarly.
With a bit of a kick to them.
I like that.
Your work here is done, Georgina Swan.
And that's the other thing. I never really understood the story of the ugly duckling.
Well, you wouldn't, would you?
Why not?
Obvious. You've got a thing for ugly ducks. My teenage ambitions, usual for a man of my age. Rubbish footballer, so a career with the Sky Blues was out. But I could find my way around a fretboard, and a little talent could go a long way back then. And it could make an ugly duckling glide for a moment in a mildly swan-like way, at least in the eyes of the ladies in leather and lace who frequented the dodgier dives in Manchester back in the 70s and 80s. Never dreamt I'd end up here. But here's okay. And any ambitions I have for my children, well, I won't be telling them. They'd only spoil it for me. You know what kids are like.
In Brief Lives, Frank was played by David Schofield, Sarah by Sally Dexter, and Georgina by Alexandra Matthey. Alba was played by Sarah Bahadouri, Simon by Lloyd Peters, and DC Shankly by Kate Coogan. Brief Lives was written by Tom Fry and Sharon Kelly, and was produced in Salford by Gary Brown.
Taxi! Taxi! That's the way I like it. Out goes the hand, they hail me. They get in, and I take them to the destination, preferably destination out. And when we get there, they disembark, I receive a fare for a job well done, and any tips are politely refused. That's it. No connection, no personal, strictly business. My name is Frank Twist, and if you ever have the misfortune to be arrested in England's sunny northwest, there's a fair chance that either me, Miss Sarah Gold, or another of my team of legal advisers will be looking after your interests. Flag us down if you need us, although Miss Gold's taxi is unable to pick up certain fares, I'm afraid. Not me, though. I'm not even slightly discerning. Get yourself nicked, and I'll be all Uber it.
Brief Lives by Tom Fry and Sharon Kelly.
Your Honour.
Oh, the famous Frank Twist. Been told to expect a chap in leather and black jeans.
Really?
Please, do come in. And I'm not sitting in court now, so it's Michael with the wig off. How do you like your coffee?
Black, please. One sugar. Actually, make that two.
Live a little.
Whoa, it's a lovely place, this.
Rented, but it's all right, isn't it?
Oh, it's smashing.
Hey, sit yourself down on the sofa.
Oh, thank you. Oh, should I...
move that out of the way. I can't work out whether to hang it on the wall or just dump it.
Judge Dredd.
I know. You make an appearance in the local rag and a so-called friend cuts it out and sticks it in a frame. His idea of a laugh.
Judge Michael Berryman is used to sentencing criminals in the safety of Manchester Crown Court, but he handed out some rough justice to a lawbreaker yesterday on the streets of Manchester.
Yeah, you know what local papers are like.
I want an action picture too.
Well, everybody's a press photographer nowadays.
Yes, decent right hand you've got there.
There's handbags at 10 paces.
Touch of road rage. I tried to calm things down.
Was he next, the other fella?
Police attended, but I really didn't want to make a report.
Right.
I'd only been up here a couple of weeks. It's not good when judges start turning up as witnesses in their local court. It really was nothing. Told them to forget it. No harm done. And then, of course, the local paper. Anyway, coffee.
Ah, thanks. So, you've relocated?
It's part-time on the bench here at the moment.
Why Manchester?
Well, why not? All happening here, isn't it?
So they tell us.
And the London legal scene was wearing me down. People are so much nicer up here.
Well, unless they're trying to clump you on A-Town Street. You've got a good practice down south, mind.
Yes, I've been very fortunate. Lucky enough to do interesting work. But I'm ready for a change.
So,
you want to know why I wanted to see you?
Well, I'm curious.
Your name seems to crop up in half the cases that come before me.
In a good way, I hope.
Could say that. You're a frequent thorn in the side of the prosecution.
We do what we can.
And, of course, I'm a fan.
I'm sorry?
Well, the shipbuilders were the soundtrack to my law degree.
Really? And we always thought our audience was on the wrong side of the law.
Oh, come off it, Frank. Big student following. Your lyrics, very literate.
Oh, don't you dare start quoting them at me.
Oh, they were brilliant. Spoke to all of us lovelorn kids at Trinity, I can tell you. That first album, Love and Other Tragedies, classic.
So you called on me to sign the sleeve, have you?
I'm going to be arrested today. I'm expecting a visit.
Oh. By appointment?
Not exactly. I was tipped off. And I need representation.
Oh, they always know when you're talking about them.
Do they have a thing against using bells?
They prefer the firm thwack of the knocker. You better get it, because the next stop's the Jemmy.
Take a deep breath.
Right behind you.
Are you Mr. Michael Berryman?
Yes, I am. Come in, officer.
Mr. Berryman, my name is Detective Inspector Wendy Ross. I'm arresting you on suspicion of rape.
Rape?
Huh. Mr. Twist. Seems like Mr. Berryman was expecting us. I now have to caution you, Mr. Berryman.
Of course.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention something when questioned which you later rely on in court.
Disclosure is limited.
Right.
Very limited. The complainant is a Grace Hardcastle.
Oh, poor Grace.
Oh, so you know her. Well, poor Grace is accusing you of rape.
Oh, it's very sad. I feel responsible in a way.
Tell me about her.
She works at the court. She's a clerk. Well, was. She left a couple of weeks back.
Why?
I met Grace when I first took the post up here. New city, new job. She was very kind. Warned me about the more difficult customers at work, recommended things to do, really helped me settle.
She became a friend?
Well, a little more than that. We were both single.
You had a relationship?
Yes.
A sexual relationship?
We did, Frank.
How long did it go on for?
Several months.
How often did you see each other?
Outside work?
Yeah.
Once, sometimes twice a week. Yeah, we got on. We enjoyed each other's company. It wasn't a serious relationship.
Did Grace think it was a serious relationship?
Yeah, good question, Frank. She did. I wasn't ready for the sort of commitment she wanted. She's younger than me. I'm not long divorced. First time I've been single for 25 years. I wasn't ready to embark on anything serious, to be honest.
So you ended it?
Yes, I did.
And how was she about that?
She was a little upset.
She handed in a notice?
Not immediately.
So you continue to work together?
Yes.
No further sexual contact?
Well, the end of the relationship wasn't quite clean.
Go on.
She was keen for us to try again. There was one last tryst.
When?
Not long before she left.
Right, and where did this tryst take place?
I gave her a lift.
When?
After work. It was in my car.
And on that occasion, was there any question that she was not consenting?
No, far from it. Grace was very much the initiator on that occasion. I should have been stronger.
Well, I think that incident must be the subject of the allegation.
Can I have a quick word, Mr. Twist?
Excuse me, I won't be long.
I understand my colleague gave you some disclosure.
Hardly any.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. With a member of your profession under arrest, we need to make sure that there is no room for criticism.
Always a good policy generally, I'd say.
Absolutely, Mr. Twist. There is the time, date and venue of the alleged rape. I'm also going to serve a doctor's statement on you.
Thank you.
Miss Hardcastle attended her GP the morning after the attack, and then she reported to police.
I assume she was examined by an FME here.
She was, sir. So we have 2 doctors' reports, and they both describe reddening and bruising consistent with forced sex.
Right.
There are photographs of injuries and bruising too.
OK.
We intend to begin interviews this afternoon. You'll no doubt require further consultation.
Yes.
We'll offer Mr. Berryman lunch.
Oh, I'll make my own arrangements.
Good idea.
I take it the complainant has said she's willing to attend court?
Yes. See you after lunch, sir.
Doesn't look good.
Woman makes a complaint soon after the incident and medical evidence backs her up.
Right. This is difficult.
It is?
No, what I'm about to tell you. Have you been on the dating scene recently?
It's been a while.
It's all change out there, Frank.
Yeah, well, so they tell me. Swipe right.
No, not just that. Women are more confident, assertive, very different from our youth.
What are you talking about?
Look, I've sat on the bench in rape cases, and I'm sure you've represented many men accused of crimes like this.
What's your point, Michael?
Well, if there's one thing I detest, it's when an accused man tries to degrade the complainant in the courtroom.
Not nice, and usually counterproductive.
Quite so. And I want you to understand that anything I say is in no way a criticism of Grace.
OK.
Grace was very assertive, open about what she wanted when it came to matters like this.
You're going to have to tell me what you mean by that.
Well, the thing is, I wasn't very comfortable with it. But she made herself clear. She wanted me to be rough with her.
Right.
Manhandle her, throw her around, slap her, pull her hair.
And she'd ask you to do that?
Oh, very clearly. It was role play, from early on. Not my sort of thing, but it was a new relationship. Sounds stupid, but I wanted to make her happy.
But the whole thing is about consent.
Of course. Of course. But the medical evidence... She did suffer scratches and the odd bruise, but it was the way she liked it.
And that is your explanation?
I did not rape Grace Hardcastle. Yes, we had sexual intercourse, instigated by her. And any minor injuries she may have suffered would be due to the nature of the act.
And yet, so soon after this incident, she reports you for rape.
That's right.
Are you saying that she's using the nature of what happened between you to back up her case?
Yes. There was nothing unusual about it on that occasion, but I think she wants to destroy me.
So she makes a false allegation?
Yes.
Because?
Because I'd made it clear I didn't want an exclusive relationship with her, and she was upset about that.
Pretty extreme.
Well, she's a fairly extreme woman.
Are you OK?
I'm hungry.
Black coffee isn't breakfast.
Oh, you're right.
Would you like to share my packed lunch?
What is it?
Salmon linguine with a saffron sauce. Serious effort.
You ate that?
No, but it was high on the shelf in the supermarket.
Yeah, go on then, I'll have some.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Really good.
And you will have some when you tell me what you are up to.
Oh, nothing.
Suit? Cloak? Dagger? What's up?
Look, a slightly unusual client, that's all. Come on, give us some of that food.
When you spilled the beans.
What, you got beans too?
Up with it.
You won't want to know.
I do.
I'm really hungry.
City player in for match fixing?
No.
Retired rock star turned to drug trafficking?
It's a judge.
False accounting, is it?
No. Please, Sarah, come on, I'm desperate.
OK. Here's your prize.
Oh, thanks.
Worst clients, of course.
Who?
Lawyers. They think they know everything. Can't stop them talking, won't listen to advice, always expect to walk.
Yeah.
Well, can't be in for drink driving, been too long. Come on, what didn't he do?
It's a rape case, Sarah.
Oh.
You know what it's like.
Not really.
You would if you did a...
What's it like?
You just can't tell, can you? Most cases, you're pretty certain what's gone down.
Well, you know if your client's guilty, something like this, so I just got no idea. He could be innocent, and if he is, he's on the edge of the biggest precipice in the world.
And if he's not?
Then I do my job.
Judge, eh?
Yep.
Do I know him?
No, I shouldn't think so. He's not been up here long. Part-time.
Name?
Berryman. It's called Michael Berryman. Satisfied?
Yes.
Seems nice enough, to be honest, but he's got himself in a few scrapes since he's been up here.
A few? More than one complainant?
No. He got caught up in some road rage incident a little while back.
I'll have a Google.
Got papped and made the front page of the local rag. Oh, this salmon. That's fab. Where you choose such lovely food?
Oh, here it is. Judge Dredd.
That's the one.
No arrests made.
I've got a feeling it was 6 to 1, to be honest.
Judge Berryman is understood to have told police that he did not wish to proceed against the other party. The other man, whose source is named as Jonathan Pereira Lawson of Stockport, declined to make any comment when approached about the allegations.
There you go, then. Something of nothing.
Unusual name.
Berryman?
No, other chap.
Really? No, I suppose. Oh, you're ready for me back at the ranch. Can I take this with me?
Sure.
Wish me luck.
Can't be many Jonathan Pereira Lawsons in Stockport.
I'm off then.
What?
I'm going.
See ya.
Oh.
There he is.
Yes?
Jonathan Pereira Lawson?
Who wants him?
My name is Sarah Gold. I wanted to talk to you about the incident with Michael Berryman.
I have nothing to say to the press.
I'm a lawyer, Mr. Pereira.
What exactly do you want?
The incident with Berryman.
What about it?
It wasn't a road rage thing, was it?
I don't think I should talk to you about it.
Who is this woman?
Says she's a lawyer.
I knew he'd send a friend to keep an eye.
I'm not a friend of Judge Berryman.
Who are you representing?
Berryman's been arrested.
There you are, Jonathan. They'll come and arrest you next.
It's nothing to do with what happened between Berryman and your husband.
So what's he been arrested for?
Rape.
You'd better come in.
Do you make a habit of sleeping with your court clerks?
Wait a minute, officer.
Oh, forgive me. Let me put that another way. Have you had sexual relationships with other work colleagues in the past?
Not relevant.
It's all right, Frank. No, I don't make a habit of it, Detective Inspector.
Do you think it's appropriate?
Appropriate?
Officer, it is common ground in this case that 2 adults had an affair.
Absolutely, Mr. Twist. But I want us to be clear about the background to the offence.
There was no criminal offence.
Well, that's what we're here to talk about.
And I don't think they brought in a law yet that makes it a crime to sleep with a workmate.
Oh, of course they haven't. But these sorts of affairs can become difficult.
Oh, I don't see why.
Well, status and rank can get in the way.
Rank? I'm not working in the police service, Inspector. When we left work, we were just 2 people.
Really?
Absolutely. Grace is a lovely woman. She was kind to me. She was a good friend.
A bit more than that.
Yeah, well, obviously.
But your relationship came to an end.
Yes.
Why?
It ran its course. I think we wanted different things.
For example?
Oh, petty things. Well, it sounds ridiculous, but sitting on the bench all day, when I finish work, I want to escape. Grace will always want to drag us to the latest fascinating Iranian film she'd been reading about. I wanted to see X-Men.
X-Men?
Yeah, something wrong with that?
I'm just surprised.
I'm a surprising person, Inspector.
Mm-hmm. So you broke up because you didn't like the same films?
We were very different people.
Didn't have much in common?
Exactly.
Wanted different things?
Yes.
But you hadn't wanted to end it, had you?
No, I had.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
You see, Grace tells us she ended it.
No.
And that you were unhappy about it.
I'm afraid that's not correct, Detective Inspector.
She's lying about that.
The information is incorrect. Grace wanted a more committed relationship and I didn't. That's the reality.
Not according to Grace.
You've made that clear.
Thank you, Mr. Twist. So let's talk about the day on which the alleged rape took place. That was a work day.
Yes.
Had you and Grace been working together that day?
Yes, she was waiting to speak with me outside the roping room.
At the end of the day?
Yes.
Not the other way round?
What do you mean?
Grace says you went to find her.
No.
So you say she was waiting for you?
Yes, she was. She said she wanted to speak to me. I was heading home, it was raining. I offered her a lift.
What did she want to speak about?
Well, she didn't say exactly at that time.
Okay.
I think Grace had developed quite strong feelings for me.
But she wanted your relationship to resume?
She did. There's a place we used to spend time together. It's a park.
Mm-hmm. Heatham?
There's a quiet cul-de-sac, and we parked there.
And that's where you raped her?
That's where I made a mistake. She made advances, I reciprocated. I was an idiot.
Did you rape Grace Hardcastle in your car?
No, I did not.
She is adamant that you did, and medical evidence supports her.
I'm sorry, I don't like having to say this, but Miss Hardcastle enjoyed rough sex.
Really?
Yes, and that is why there are minor abrasions on her body.
Yes, she told us about that, and she expected you to say this. I'm surprised.
Surprised?
You're a very senior lawyer, Judge Berryman. You know the difference between sex and rape. One word, consent. Now, what Miss Hardcastle may have enjoyed consensually is totally unrelated to this allegation.
My client is simply accounting for the medical evidence.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I think he's trying to discredit Miss Hardcastle. What she may do with a consenting partner is of no interest to me. The fact is, you raped this woman and are now trying to pass off her injuries as being her own fault.
I did not rape her, and that is not what I'm saying at all. I just wish...
What do you wish?
I wish I hadn't given her a lift. Wish I hadn't been so weak-willed. That's what I wish.
Did you know Berryman before the incident?
Jonathan didn't, but...
He'd spoken to me.
You never told me that.
I didn't want to upset you anymore. It was in the cafe opposite the Crown Court.
The one where you wait for me?
He came up to me, engaged me in conversation.
Why would he do that?
That's the sort of person he is. Got a kick out of talking to me. Because I'm your husband.
You work at the Crown Court?
Sometimes.
Spanish interpreter.
And you met Berryman there?
Miranda, if you don't want to talk about this...
I do. I feel like I trust you, Miss Gold.
Sarah.
I was such an idiot. I spend a lot of time blaming myself.
Miranda, you have to stop doing that. I don't know why. She feels responsible. It wasn't your fault.
I can't help how I feel.
Why don't I make a pot of tea? Let you talk for a bit.
Oh, thank you. That would be nice. Are you all right with that, Miranda?
Yeah, I am. I'm a lucky woman. He's been wonderful ever since. It's not been easy for him.
He seems like a lovely man.
He is. The thought of him getting into a fight with a stranger about some driving thing, it's ridiculous.
Totally out of character.
Not him at all. But when I told him what had happened, he was so upset. And, you know, I just didn't... Jonathan said I should go to the police. I should have, but I didn't want to. I was such a fool. And then Jonathan... I'm sorry. I'm not usually like this. After it happened,
What happened, Miranda?
I'd been called to the Crown Court. A Spanish boy needed an interpreter. It was a straightforward job. Boy had been found guilty of shoplifting a couple of weeks earlier. He'd come back for sentencing.
Before Judge Berryman?
Yes. Berryman threw the book at him. The boy had quite a few previous convictions, and Berryman sent him to prison for 18 months.
Harsh.
And the boy got very upset, and he was crying in the dock. I was upset too. He wasn't like some terrible criminal. Sentence seemed over the top.
So you didn't know Berryman?
First time I'd been in his court. The whole thing shook me up, the boy crying. He had to be dragged down to the cells. I went for coffee in the canteen. Needed to pull myself together.
Not surprised.
I was sitting there on my own. Suddenly, a man sits himself down at my table. It's Judge Berryman. I was surprised.
I bet you were. Judge in the canteen, don't usually see that.
He said he could say I was upset. He wanted to explain why he'd handed out such a harsh sentence. How the young man was a professional. He said he was sorry I was upset.
You must have been amazed.
I was. He was really interested in me. Seemed to be. Told me how much he loves Spain. Talked about a holiday he'd taken in Bilbao. He even started to speak Spanish to me. Said listening to me today, he was thinking that he should take proper Spanish lessons.
How long did you talk for?
Ages. It was the end of the day. He'd finished his work. I'd finished mine. He talked to me like an equal. A workmate. I was flattered, I suppose.
So he was friendly?
Very. He asked me where I lived. He said it was on his way. And we got in his car. Nice car. And he's very friendly. Asking me more about Spain and about my life, and he seemed very nice. Then he started to ask more personal questions. Asked if I was married, how I got on with my husband. Said he'd recently split up from his wife. He said he missed regular sex.
He said that?
Yeah. Which was weird. And then he took a turning down a lane and pulled up off the road.
What did you think was happening?
I was confused. I didn't know. And then...
Miranda, if you don't
it's
want to...
It's okay. He undid my seatbelt, and he leant across me, and he tried to kiss me, and I said no. And he wouldn't stop.
I'm so sorry. Miranda,
And he kept repeating this thing. He kept saying over and over this thing.
You know you want it.
Yes. You know you want it. I didn't want it.
Right. So it's your case, Mr. Berryman, that Grace Hardcastle initiated a sexual encounter in your car, and any marks or abrasions noted by a medical examiner would be a result of consensual but passionate activity.
That is a fair summary of my case, Detective Inspector.
And yet soon after this sexual activity has occurred, Miss Hardcastle reports it as a rape to police. How do you explain that?
Difficult for my client to explain the actions of another party. How can he know what motivated her?
I'm afraid I think I've been set up.
Why?
Grace is an unpredictable person. She was upset at our split.
Not what she tells us.
She wanted more than I could give. We weren't compatible. She had hoped for something more with me.
So she concocted a story of rape to win you back?
No, to punish me, to bring me down, destroy my reputation.
Pure speculation.
You can't ask my client to speculate and then criticise him when he does.
Fair point, Mr. Twist. Is it possible that you believed she was consenting when she wasn't?
Absolutely not. She was very clear. Why would I want to force someone to have sex with me?
Now you're asking me to speculate.
I'm not that sort of person.
So no room for doubt?
None.
Just asking because of something Grace said that you kept repeating during the act.
What?
She says you kept saying, "You know you want it," to her.
I have no recollection of that.
Did you or did you not say that? You know you want it.
I don't believe I did.
I felt so ashamed, so stupid.
She thought it was her fault.
I still do sometimes.
It wasn't your fault.
She'd not been herself. Very down. And that's not like her. I thought it was me. We've had our difficult times.
So I told Jonathan.
I was all for going to the police.
I didn't want to. It had been weeks. Even if the police listened, Berryman would deny it. Why would they believe me?
One woman's word, powerful man.
What chance would I have?
So I said I'd talk to him, man to man.
He's not a man.
I waited outside the court, round the corner. Stopped him when he came out, told him I wanted to speak to him about my wife. He made like he didn't know me. Pretended he didn't know what I was talking about at first.
He kept walking to his car, didn't he?
I told him he was a rapist. Do you know what he did?
What?
He sort of smiled, like a smirk.
How did that make you feel?
I got angry. Started shouting. He shouted back. I lost it. Hit him. He grabbed me. Press photographer from outside court came round the corner, snapping away. Police there too. Berryman starts saying I'd kicked his car while I was crossing the road. Just made it up. Hadn't even got into his car.
And it was just like I thought. Policeman believed him because he knew he was a judge.
Officer asks for me name. I give it him. I've got nothing to hide. Then he starts saying he's going to arrest me. Berryman suddenly says no, he doesn't want to make a complaint. Officer tells me to go home.
Did you?
Pretty much. Saw the press photographer talking to the policeman. Think he must have got me name.
We had a couple of journalists come round a few days later, trying to paint Jonathan as some madman who'd lost it with the judge. And then the photo turned up in the paper.
Never asked permission.
They don't have to. Public place.
Right.
And you've heard nothing since?
No.
Jonathan, would you mind if I have a private word with Miranda?
We've got no secrets.
I know, it's just a legal thing.
Okay. I'll make us another brew.
You still haven't told me why you're here.
I used to know him.
When?
Long time ago. Haven't seen him for almost 20 years. I was working at the CPS. He was a senior barrister there, older than me, good reputation, he was going places. I found him attractive. I was amazed he even looked at me. He was interested in a nobody like me. He asked me out.
And?
We had a brief thing. I didn't feel great about it.
Why?
I knew he was married. But he was charming, persuasive.
You were flattered.
Sort of. But I wasn't like that. I didn't want to be creeping around with a married man. I ended it.
How did he take that?
He was upset. Said I was breaking his heart. I was very young. I didn't think I was the kind of girl who could break a man's heart. I didn't know then.
Didn't know what?
That he didn't have a heart. He kept asking, said he needed to talk to me, how I was so special. And I gave in, agreed to go for a drink. I wanted to make it totally clear we were finished. He said he'd pick me up from my flat. We were going to drive to a pub in the suburbs. We never got there.
In the car, too?
Yeah. He took a detour, pulled over. Wouldn't stop talking, got physical, and I couldn't fight him off. He just did it. He wouldn't stop, and I was shouting. His voice was steady. I can still hear it.
You know you want it. Yeah. He raped you too?
Yeah. I'm so sorry, yes. He raped me. That's the first time I've said that out loud. You see, he targets vulnerable women. He thinks they won't report him.
And they don't. Must be difficult for you. At work.
In what way?
Criminal defence. When you have a client under arrest for rape.
I won't touch it. Pass the job on.
I have information about Grace which addresses her credibility. Grace does have some mental health issues.
Would you like to expand on that?
Oh, I really hadn't wanted to talk about this.
Yes, well, you have now.
Grace suffers from some sort of bipolar disorder. There was an incident during our relationship.
What sort of incident?
She took an overdose. I drove her to the hospital. She had her stomach pumped. It was terrible, actually.
Do you have dates for this?
I can find them. Obviously, there'll be records at the infirmary. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd never have mentioned this.
I see. Anything further?
No.
Mr. Twist?
Nothing.
Then we'll bring this interview to an end.
What happens now?
A few more inquiries to make. I don't really need to give you the speech about access to the interview recording, do I, Mr. Berryman?
No.
No doubt you'll want a consultation.
Yes.
I'll let you know when we have any news.
She clearly didn't know anything about that. Why didn't you tell me?
I really didn't want to bring it up. Seems like a betrayal.
You're being accused of rape by an ex-girlfriend.
I know.
It's all about credibility. It's relevant. Obviously, the inspector's going to go back to Grace and ask her all about this.
And then?
Oh, they'll have to give it to the CPS and see what they had to say. One person's word against another.
I thought I'd shaken him off. Back to haunt me now. I'm so sorry.
Sorry?
If I'd reported this all those years ago, 2 other women might not have been attacked.
At least 2.
Exactly. With a man like him, we can't be the only ones.
But what can we do? I can't prove anything.
The burden of proof must lie with the prosecution, beyond reasonable doubt.
How can a jury know? How can they be sure?
My word against a senior judge's.
But it's not just your word, it's a pattern of behaviour.
Does that make a difference?
Of course it does. A case of 3 women making similar allegations, similar facts.
We've left it too long.
You're talking about years ago.
Recent reporting helps. You told your husband, Miranda, and I had my reasons for not saying anything.
He'll deny it all.
Probably.
I don't know whether I can put myself through a trial.
Complainants are anonymous.
I know, but being cross-examined, I can imagine the questions.
It won't be easy.
He'll say I led him on.
He probably will. He'll say the same about me.
I didn't lead him on.
Neither of us did. He's a rapist. There are 3 of us. If we all tell the truth...
I know. And if we don't...
He attacks more women.
Do you need some time to think about it?
I've been thinking too long.
Me too.
Can you give me a lift to Manchester Central Police Station?
Grace has confirmed what you said about her overdose.
Right.
What now?
We're looking again at the whole case.
Something changed then?
There has been a development.
She's withdrawn the allegation.
There are some issues.
She has, hasn't she?
Not exactly.
What exactly?
She said that she's no longer willing to attend court.
Oh, thank God.
She wanted me to promise that her full mental history wouldn't be brought up in court.
Which you couldn't do.
No. Even though she'd remain anonymous, she said she didn't want to put herself through it.
So no further action then?
CPS have asked us to bail Mr. Berryman pending a meeting. But we're all professionals. I think we know where this is going.
I'd like to thank you, Inspector Rose, for the very decent way you've dealt with me. You've been very fair.
Doing my job, sir.
With great care and professionalism, if I may say. And I'd like to assure you that I am not guilty of this allegation.
I really don't want to...
I know, but it's important to me to say that to you.
I'll sort out a bail sheet.
Frank!
Who are you?
Sarah Gold, legal advisor.
What's she
Frank,
doing
you
here?
can't represent this man.
Frank?
What?
No,
Frank?
I think
She shouldn't be anything about...
reasons involving prostitution. You cannot look after this man.
Oh, we are going outside. What? Now this had better be good, Sarah.
You can't represent him, Frank.
Why not? Oh, because of your political principles.
It's nothing to do with my political...
Oh, and it's totally unprofessional. I can't believe he just walked
Frank,
in like that.
please listen
What's
to me.
What's wrong with you?
He raped me, Frank.
What?
He raped me.
What?
It was years ago. It was long before we knew each other.
Oh, Sarah. Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know.
I told you his name earlier today.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't say sorry.
I've been blaming myself all these years.
Can I... Oh.
Yeah, look, I just need to get my head...
I'll sort this out. It's all right. It's all right. I'll withdraw.
I'm going to make a statement, Frank.
Good.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Listen, darling, stop it with the apologies. Just breathe, okay? Just breathe.
Okay. I didn't know what to do.
Shh, listen. Right, I want you to go back up to the front office and just sit yourself down up there. All right? Shh. And I'll be there with you in just 1 minute.
What's going on?
Have you signed the bail sheet yet?
We're just about to.
Hold on a minute.
Problem, Frank?
Inspector, I need a private consultation with Mr. Berriman here.
What? Now?
Yes, now.
I'll be outside.
Thank you.
A bit lost. What's happening?
Is that why you booked me, eh? Because you knew Sarah and I are together?
Well, a little bird did tell me that Miss Gold was shacked up with a former rock star.
Your idea of a joke, that?
I guess she's told you about our fling now.
So what you call it?
We were young. I'd like to get out of here now, Frank.
Sure you would. It's not happening.
I beg your pardon?
You're going nowhere.
You're my legal advisor.
Not anymore.
Has Sarah said something to you?
Certainly has.
Oh, I get it now.
I don't think you do.
Pure jealousy. I had it when it was in its prime.
I'm sorry.
And I'll tell you something else. She always wanted it.
Oh! Oh! You bastard.
Thank you, Miranda.
What for?
I wish I'd had the confidence 20 years ago. Then maybe...
He sees that. The lack of confidence. That's how he chooses his victims.
Not victims now. We're witnesses.
We're ready to make a start. We'd like to take your statement first, Miss Gold.
Good.
Right behind you, Sarah.
Yes. I'm ready, Detective Inspector.
All those years, I thought it was a political thing.
It was that too.
All that time I spent having a go at you, telling you we had to represent everybody, no matter what they'd done.
What they were accused of, that's what you always said.
Yeah, I know. I just wish you'd told me.
Sorry?
Hey, no more apologies. I should have realised it was personal.
How could you have known?
Well, you're meant to, aren't you? When you...
When you what?
When you love somebody.
It was my fault.
No, it wasn't.
My fault not telling you.
Yeah, not your fault what he did to you.
Spent a long time telling myself it was.
Why?
I'd asked for it. I'd slept with a married man. I was a bad person. Should have known better.
No, that's not right. The man's a predator, and what a nasty piece of work.
I know that now. I spent a while blaming myself, and then I put the whole thing in a box and stopped thinking about it.
What, did you never think of reporting him back then?
No, not once. Never. Not until I saw Miranda today, who I only met because you were looking after Michael Berriman. Oh, when you said his name, it was like a punch in the stomach.
Oh, baby. Hey, talking of punches.
You shouldn't have done that, Frank.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted to. Don't think he'd come after me, do you?
Not a chance. He wasn't prepared to take on Miranda's husband. He won't take on you. No, the man's a coward.
Yeah, same MO, eh? Every case, pick on a vulnerable woman, attack her in the car, and then make her feel responsible.
Well, it's not one person's word against another anymore.
Similar fact. That'll get him.
Yeah, I think it will. And there's bound to be more.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I've been actually nosing around on the internet, and I googled his chambers. I think he left under a bit of a cloud. It's as if he never existed.
There'll be pupil barristers, guarantee it.
I'm sure, but will they come forward?
They might, now.
They'll just accuse him of jumping on the bandwagon.
That's all he'll have left. Turning on the charm won't be enough anymore. Oh, God, I feel so stupid for falling for it.
Hey, you were a kid. So what's my excuse, eh? Do you know, he made out to me like he was the shipbuilder's biggest fan.
Flattery was all part of it.
Well, he played me good and proper.
He always used to say to me that knowledge was power. The more you knew about someone, the more you had them under control. I thought he was talking about work.
When he knew about us, he must have profiled me before we met. I should have got him to sing me one of my songs.
Really?
All right, maybe not.
Like I said, no personal. Until it gets personal. The theory's great. Need someone to justify the justice system? I'll have a go. Innocent until proven guilty, burden of proof on the prosecution? Absolutely. Believe in it. Right of silence. The taxi rank system. Live by it. Then someone you love drops the bomb. Bang goes the theory. You don't just kick your fare out in the middle of the road. You punch him. You stomp out of the nick. You get in your car and you catch your eyes in the driving mirror. And what do you know? They ain't looking dead anymore. You're angry. You want justice.
In Brief Lives, Frank was played by David Schofield, Sarah by Sally Dexter, and Judge Berriman by Kevin Doyle. Jonathan was played by Darren Coppen, Miranda by Erin Shanahan, and D.I. Rose by Natalie Grady. Brief Lives was written by Tom Fry and Sharon Kelly and was produced in Salford by Gary Brown.